Steve coming at you, and welcome to Last Reps Baseball. Tonight should be an exciting matchup between two Japanese powerhouse baseball teams. I hope you all enjoy this and treat Freddie with all the respect he deserves. Call a good game, Freddie, and who knows, someday you may even see me in one of these games. And if you don't, you might want to come check out my channel and see what I do. You know what? But hey, let's get back to Freddie. Let's get some baseball. Let's just have a great game.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Reps Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Tonight, we are going to be bringing you the second game of the three-game set between the Orix Buffaloes and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. The ball game tonight is going to feature the starting lineup, first of all, for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, who are looking to make it two straight at the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. Leading off and playing third base is number 0, Hiroto Kobakata. Hitting second in right field, wearing number 51, is Yuya Ogo. Batting third and doing the designated hitting is number 35, Hiroki Shimochi. In the cleanup spot and playing second base is number 3, Hideto Asamura. In the fifth spot in left field is number 27, Takiro Okajima. Batting sixth and playing first base is number 4, Toshiki Abe. Batting seventh in center field is number 8, Ryosuke Tatsumi. Hitting eighth, doing the catching is number 2, Hikaru Oda. Batting ninth at shortstop, wearing number 66, is Itsuki Muribayashi. They're going to be facing the left-hander Hiroya Miyagi, who takes to the hill with a 10-4 record on the year. He's worked 134 and a third innings. He's allowed 99 hits, 33 runs. All have been earned. He's walked 28 and struck out 112. He's got an ERA of 2.21. Well, that's your starting lineup for the visitors from Tohoku. Now your lineup for the home ball club of the Orix Buffaloes. Leading off in center field, wearing number 67, is Kai Nakagawa. Hitting second at second base is number 5, Masahiro Nishino. Hitting third and doing the catching is number 4, Tomoya Mori. Batting in the cleanup spot, doing the designated hitting is number 40, Leandro Cedeno. Batting fifth at second base is number 6, Yuma Mune. Batting sixth at shortstop, wearing number 24, is Kotaro Kobayashi. Batting seventh is the first baseman, wearing number 8, Marwin Gonzalez. Batting eighth in left field is number 99, Yataro Sugimoto. And batting ninth and in right field is number 9, Tomoya Noguchi. And they are going to be facing Kosei Shoji, who takes to the hill with a 4-3 record. The rookie has 92 and a third innings. He's allowed 73 hits, 36 runs, 34 have been earned. He's walked 44 and struck out 79, and he's got an ERA of 3.31. Well, Miyagi's completed his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get this one underway, as it is going to be 1:01 local time. And the first pitch is a fastball that just misses low for ball one. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes to Kobakata. We are underway. Kobakata batting .254 on the year with 5 homers and 34 runs batted in. He takes a fastball upstairs for ball, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Kobakata batting from the left side. He had himself 3 hits in last night's ball game for the Golden Eagles. Here's the pitch on the way. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field. Moving back onto the warning track and making the catch up against the wall is the right fielder Noguchi. Oh, Kobakata sent it a long way, just not long enough. That is going to retire him for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Yuya Ogo. Well, for Ogo, He's batting .258 on the season. He's got 9 homers to go with 45 runs batted in. Between him and Kobakata in the 1-2 spot, they've combined for 42 stolen bases, nearly half of the team's total. In the 2023 campaign, there's a first pitch breaking ball that catches the inside corner for called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Ogo. Ogo batting from the left side against the left-handed throwing Miyagi, who delivers a fastball that misses down. The count now goes to 1-1. As we've said before, they just don't shy away from the matchups. They've got 3 lefties to start the game against the left-handed throwing Miyagi, who kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball waved at and missed. The count now goes to 1-2. So there's 2 pieces to this. Is the matchups, obviously the lefty-righty matchup, but the other piece to it is the development side of things. If you're not seeing left-handed pitching, how are you going to face it when you have to do it in the crunch time as that fastball misses down and away and the count goes to 2-2 on Ogo? You say lefties are tough on lefties. Yes, they are, but if you never see them, it makes it even more of the challenge. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the offering from the lefty who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball down, and the count runs to 3-2 on Ogo. Hiroki Shimouchi waiting his turn on deck. As there is 1 gone here in the first inning, and Ogo at the plate with a 3-2 count. As the lefty works and he kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball swung on, grounded up the middle, and it's going to get into center field for a base hit. So Ogo's got himself a 1-out single, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Hiroki Shimouchi. Well, for Shimouchi, he's hitting .221 on the year. He's got 6 homers and 25 runs batted in. Shimouchi did have a base hit in last night's game, and he also scored one of the 3 Golden Eagle runs as he strides to the plate. Ready to face Miyagi here with the runner at first and 1 gone. Eagles Buffaloes top of the first inning. As we anticipate that we will have a late arriving crowd with the UFC stuff going on. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that just misses outside. Counts 1-0 to Shimouchi. Defensively tonight for the Buffaloes, from left to right field, it's Sugimoto in left, Nakagawa in center, and Noguchi is in right field. Around horn from first to third, Gonzalez at first, Nishino at second, Kobayashi at short, Mune at third. With the battery of Miyagi and Mori, as that fastball is swung on, it is lifted foul. Now the third baseline, it's going to drift into the seats, and that runs the count now to 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Shimouchi. Asamura and Okajima to follow here in the first inning. Runner at first is Oga. As the lefty works to the belt, he checks the runner, and now he's ready to deliver. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and tap foul behind home plate. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shimouchi. We're talking a little bit in last night's game. Shimouchi just really did not get off to a good start this year. He was buried early. There was talk about before the beginning of the year that Shimouchi was not going to be offered a contract for next year, or at least beyond the season. They weren't going to extend him. I wonder if that had something to do with his poor play. He was a little bit distraught, possibly. After putting together a couple back-to-back good years, there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1. Certainly not a vote of confidence to your DH and veteran presence in the lineup moving into the season. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as the lefty Miyagi holds set. And now fires. Fastball, that misses down. The count is now 3-2. Always enjoyed watching Shimouchi hit over the last few years because he is a very disciplined hitter. Good command of the strike zone. Doesn't swing at bad pitches particularly. So the count is full to Shimouchi. Runner at first, Oga. And here comes the offering from Miyagi. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field, left center field. Moving over on it is Sugimoto, and he's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Shimouchi for the second out of the inning. So he's gone on a fly ball to left field. So 2 away, and that's going to leave it up to the second baseman, Hidetto Asamura. Well, for Asamura, he's hitting .264 on the season. He's got 23 homers and 68 RBIs. He was tied for the Pacific League in home runs going into last night's affair. However, Gregory Polanco of the Chibalote Marines has now taken the lead as he has 24 on the season. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Asamura. Runner at first, Ogo, 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. Golden Eagles batting here, waiting on the offering. The Asamura wearing the captain sign on his jersey. The pitch is on the way. It's a ball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left center field. Moving back, looking up, and this one is gone. A home run for Hidetto Asamura, and he is going to get himself retied for the top spot in the Pacific League. That's home run number 24 on the year. As he makes his way around the bases, that's going to lock him up for the top spot with Gregory Polanco of the Marines. And a 2-run shot here for Asamura have the Golden Eagles out in front 2-0. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Takeru Okajima. And for Okajima, he is hitting .270 on the year with 6 homers and 35 runs batted in. So the fireworks begin early for the Golden Eagles here tonight as they look to continue to keep pace, if not be able to gain yet another game on the Fukuoka South Bank Hawks. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Here's another fastball delivered. It is grounded to third, fielded by Mune. He throws to first. It's going to go in the books as a ground out 5-3. And that is going to do it here for the Golden Eagles in their half of the inning. Well, they got 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits. The home run of a 2-run variety by Hidetto Asamura. No errors and nobody left the board. We are now through a half inning in Orix, or in Osaka. It is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2, the Orix Buffaloes coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the first inning when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. We'll be right back in just a few.
I've wanted to try this for a while. I want to try to make a wave. This is going to be the eye.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order to come to bat for the Buffaloes. That means Kai Nakagawa, Masahiro Nishino, and Tomoya Mori. And they'll be facing the right-handed rookie of the Golden Eagles. That will be Kosei Shoji, whose last start. He's actually had 2 starts against the Buffaloes this year, one in July and one in August. And he has gone 5 and 6 innings in those starts. He's thrown over 100 pitches in each of the 3. So he is going to be on the hill here tonight for the Golden Eagles, looking to get himself a victory here to keep the pace and the distance between the 5th place ball club and the 4th place ball club, the Lions, and for the Lions, but also chasing the Fukuoka South Bank Hawks. The first pitch delivered to Nakagawa is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. The catcher dropped the ball there. Sometimes they don't always get the calls if the ball isn't caught. There's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Kai Nakagawa. Nishino and Bori to follow here in the bottom half of the first inning, as the Buffaloes are coming to bat for the first time here tonight. And the pitch on the way is a fastball down in the dirt. And the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nakagawa. So be curious to see here how Tohoku does if they can get themselves a victory. They find themselves a game and a half back of the Fukuoka Ball Club right now, but they do have 2 games in hand. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on. This is line foul over the temporary seating it into the netting behind it. It keeps the count at 1-2 on Nakagawa. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the right-hander ready to go again. He works to the set. And now he kicks and delivers a breaking ball that misses down, and the count runs to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. We welcome everybody to the stream tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is to Nakagawa. Right-hander ready to go again as he gets the sign from his catcher Oda. Shoji kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Nakagawa goes in the books. He's out for out number 1. That'll bring up the second baseman, Masahiro Nishino. So for Nishino tonight, he's batting $192. He's got no homers and 5 runs batted in. He gets the start tonight at second base. There were 3 changes in the lineup tonight for the Buffaloes. Nishino getting the start at second. Cedeno getting the start as the designated hitter, and Noguchi in right field. As there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Nishino. Nishino batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Shoji. As he wangles the bat, waiting here on the offering as the right-hander works to the set position. And now the pitch. Fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Here in the bottom of the first inning at the Kyocera Dome between the Golden Eagles and the Buffaloes. And the pitch on the way. Fastball that misses low, and the count goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Nishino. This is the type of hitter that you want to face. He doesn't have much of an average. You got to make him be the hitter. Shoji has not had the command and control as of his counterpart. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. In fact, he's at a point where he's almost walked the batter every other inning. He's got 44 walks allowed in those 92 and a third innings. We talked about at the beginning of the stream. As the right-hander gets his side, he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Nishino. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's going to be one of those nights we're going to have to get the coffee pot going and the tea, that's for sure. Got to keep either that or get toothpicks out for the eyelids to keep them up. It's one of those a days long, beautiful sunny day. There was a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. Count remains at 3-2 to Nishino. Right-hander ready to go again. The left-handed hitting second baseman of the Buffaloes waiting on the pitch here. Here it is. And there's a fastball that misses down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say that he didn't go. And that is going to be ball 4 as Nishino's get himself a 1-out walk. That's going to bring up the catcher, Tomoya Mori. Well, for Mori, he's batting .288 on the year. He's got 15 homers and 56 runs batted in. We were talking a little bit about last night about Mori. Unfortunately, he has certainly helped the Buffaloes lineup, but also, too, it is a big missing hole out of the Saitama Masibu Lions lineup. They had made a trade between these 2 ball clubs last year as the Buffaloes acquired the veteran catcher in the off-season after the NPB championship had been won. So here's the first pitch. It's a breaking ball. This is upstairs. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. I don't want to sound anticlimactic about it, but certainly Mori can give them a juice, and he's really helped them with the bat with the loss of Masataka Yoshida, who of course signed with the Boston Red Sox in the offseason. Here's the offering from the right-hander. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left center field. Moving underneath it is the left fielder and making the catch. That will be it to retire Mori. That is Okajima, who made the catch out and left. So he's in the books as out number 2, and that brings up the DH, Leandro Cedeno. Well, for Cedeno, he's batting .254 on the year. He's got 8 homers and 31 runs driven in. Batting from the right side against the right-handed throwing Shoji. He had quite an entrance to the NPB, did Cedeno. He had come in and produced some numbers straight away. He's only got himself 140 some odd at bats. And there's a breaking ball that misses down. The count is 1-0. But to have 8 home runs in those limited at bats, pretty impressive. So here comes the 1-0 offering as the right-handed hitting Cedeno waits on the delivery. And the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, and this is fouled straight back. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-0 here for the Eagles as the Buffaloes are batting in their half of the first inning. A 2-run shot by Hideto Asamura has helped him even himself with the Pacific League home run leader, Gregory Polanco of the Chibolote Marines. So it is all locked up again. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses way upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Leandro Cedeno. Reminder that we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night with these same 2 teams. It's a rare Monday game in Japan, but they will be playing on Sunday night in North America. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Count now goes to 2-2. 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. And if you want to come on by and listen on the dial, we'll be back again tomorrow. As we mentioned last night or the last couple of nights, that we're going to try to maintain games that have competitive streams where we can. Obviously, some important games coming up between the Golden Eagles and the Fukuoka Ball Club, because that is going to impact their 8th spot seating right now, or 8 game behind seating. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to finish Leandro Cedeno for the 3rd out of the inning. And that will do it here. They got no runs in the inning, did the Buffaloes, but they did have no hits, no errors, but they left a runner on base to the walk to Nishino. We are now 1 complete here at the Kyocera Dome in Osaka. Your score, the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 2 and the Orix Buffaloes 0. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to come to bat for the Eagles here in their half of the second inning. It is going to be Toshiki Abe, Ryosuke Tatsumi, and Hikaru Oda. That is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to come to bat to face the left-hander Hiroya Miyagi for inning number 2. Miyagi allowing that 2-run shot to Hideto Asamura with 2 gone in the first inning to put the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles in front. So here we go. Here comes the first offering to Abe, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Abby on the season hitting .254 with 4 homers and 20 runs driven in. That's from the Orix against the lefty Miyagi, who delivers a breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This is not the only early game that has started in the NPB, as the pitch is a fastball that just misses down and in. The count now goes to 2-1. Other games in the NPB, or other early games, I should say, also include the Marines and the Lions. There's a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. Games that go off at the 2 o'clock hour local time, which is another 38 minutes, the Fighters and the Hawks. And then you've got the Swallows and the Giants from the Tokyo Dome, as well as the Dragons and the Carp, as there is a fastball that is checked, swinged on by Abby, but the home plate umpire said he went enough around, and he is going to be retired on strikes for the first out of the inning. That ball was down in the dirt. Abby was able to hold up his swing. We take a look at that on the replay, and pretty good call there by the home plate umpire. He did offer. So Abby gone in the books for out number 1, and that's going to bring up Ryosuke Tatsumi. Tatsumi batting .266 on the season with 8 homers and 33 runs batted in. Tatsumi in last night's ball game has 0 for 3. He did have a walk in the latter part of the ball game. As he waits here on the offering from Miyagi, it's a breaking ball waved at and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. Tatsumi has been all over the lineup over the last couple of years. They would like to see him, I think, in the leadoff spot. He's just not able to hold on to that role very often. There is a breaking ball that is waved at and missed. He goes in the books. He's gone for out number 2. So 2 gone here, and that's going to leave it up to the catcher, Hikaru Oda. Well, for Oda, he's batting .267 on the year. He's got 3 homers and 13 RBIs. As Miyagi looking to make quick work of him, as well as he has the first 2 hitters of the inning. So the lefty works to the set position, and now he kicks and he fires, squaring to bunt. Was the catcher Oda, but that pitch was missing low and inside. So 1 ball and no strike to Oda. As he waggles the bat, here's the offering from Miyagi. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Lefty against the righty. As Oda waggles the bat, the lefty kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Miyagi leans in, gets the sign from his catcher Mori. He's ready to go again, and it's another breaking ball that misses down. And the count goes to 3-1 on Oda. As we mentioned, going to be a full slate of games again tonight and also tomorrow, as there's a breaking ball that drops in, and the count now goes to 3-2. As we're looking forward to some Monday baseball Japan style, which is not always the case. Buffaloes find their magic number at 7 here tonight, as they're still trying to win the division. There's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oda down on strikes for out number 3, and Miyagi strikes out the side here in the second inning. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 1.5. Your score is the Golden Eagles 2 and the Buffaloes no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few minutes after this from our good friend Steve Rademacher, friend to the channel and friend to everybody who likes to listen in. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the hitters coming up for the Buffaloes. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. That means Yuma Mune, Kotaro Kobayashi, and Marwin Gonzalez to face the rookie right-hander of the Eagles, Kosei Shoji, as he will begin his second inning of work. For Mune on the season, he's hitting .241. He's got a couple of homers and 20 runs batted in. Mune in last night's ball game, he unfortunately made an error that was a bit of a problem, but he did score the only run of the game for the Buffaloes as he had doubled and come around. He also had a single later in the game, so a couple of knocks for the Buffaloes' third baseman. So we're ready to resume the action here. As we are doing some scoreboard watching, the Saitama Cebu Lions have jumped out to a 3-0 lead on the Chibalote Marines. That is in the bottom of the first inning. That game is at the Baluna Dome. So Lions are still hitting in that one. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Yes, teams are chasing the Marines, but the Marines may be just far enough away from the Golden Eagles where it'll probably come down to them and Fukuoka as the 0-1 is on the way. It's a fastball that just misses upstairs. Count goes to 1-1 on Mune. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander gets his sign, and he's ready to go back to work. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. Right-hander ready to go back to work. Gets his sign from his catcher, Oda, and he delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 2-2 on Mune. That last pitch there had a lot of extra movement on it. Backdoor movement from the right-hander. Looked like that pitch was not going to dart across the plate, but it sure did for a strike. Here's the 2-2. Fastball swung on, lifted into left center field. Moving over on it with room is Tatsumi. He's there, and he makes the catch. And that will retire Mune for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the shortstop, Kotaro Kobayashi. Well, for Kobayashi on the season, he's got a .262 batting average. He's got 8 homers and 31 runs driven in. He has been all over the lineup this year himself. Last year, we talked about him regularly hitting toward the bottom part of the batting order, but he has enjoyed himself a bit of a renaissance season for him. It seems like he's been around forever. We said last night, the 21-year-old is in his 4th season at the NPB level. He just continues to keep getting better and better all the time. There is a fastball that just misses in, and the count now goes to a ball and a strike on Kobayashi. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander Shoji ready to deliver again. Here's the pitch. Fastball that catches the inside corner at the knees, and the count goes to 1-2. Definitely turned Kobayashi or stood him up at that point. Marwin Gonzalez, tonight's first baseman, waits his turn on deck as the right-hander works to the set. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Kobayashi, batting here with 1 gone in the second inning, and the right-hander holds set, now delivers. Fastball swung on and is lifted down the right field line, and this ball is slicing towards the netting, and it is going to go foul. That is going to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kobayashi. Right-hander against the right-hander as the pitcher Shoji ready to go again. He delivers. There's another fastball swung on, and this is going to reach the seats down the right field line. And the count remains at 2-2 So 2-2 to Kobayashi. As we're ready to go again here. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that just misses down. The count now runs full to Kotaro Kobayashi. We're just checking in on the information that'll be provided by the NPB. They usually announce the starters for tomorrow night's game right around the beginning of the game time tonight. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Kobayashi goes in the books. He's gone for out number 2, and that's the third strikeout tonight for Shoji. So 2 up and 2 away here in the second inning. That's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Marwin Gonzalez. Well, tomorrow will be an interesting pitching matchup. It's going to be Ryuhei Soya taking to the hill, as that is going to be his 8th appearance of the year. He's going to take on the veteran and the legend Masahiro Tanaka for the Golden Eagles. As that fastball misses down and in, and the count is 1-0 to Gonzalez. Tanaka going to need to come up big, and obviously they want to continue this hot play. The Golden Eagles with 2 runs here in the first inning have the lead. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is 1-1. Other starters that have been announced, all but the game between the Tigers and the Bay Stars at the Baluna Dome. It'll be Takahashi against Nishino of the Marines. The Yugo Bando going onto the hill for the Hawks tomorrow night against Ito for the Fighters. Over in the other league, in the Central League, as that fastball is swung on and lifted foul down the left field line, the count goes to 1-2. It'll be Foster Griffin on the hill, and he will be going head-to-head against Yamano. And then it is going to be Mori on the hill for the Carp. He's going to go up against Neo of the Akira Neo for the Dragons. I'm interested to see about Akira Neo. He was a first-round pick in the draft back in 2018. There's a fastball swung on by Gonzalez, grounded to second. They throw to first, and that is going to retire Gonzalez, and they ground out 4-3. An easy play there by Asamura to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. I'll come back with my thoughts on Akira Neo when we return in just a few. Your score as we move to the third inning, it is the Eagles 2 and the Buffaloes no score. Stick around, everybody. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 9-1-2 hitters to come to bat for the Golden Eagles here to face Hiroya Miyagi for his third inning of work. It is going to be Murray Biashi, then the top of the order, Kobakata, Yuya Ogo to follow here. And the first pitch on the way is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a call and strike. And the count is 0-1. Murray Biashi batting .253 on the year with a couple of homers and 26 runs driven in. Waiting on the offering from Miyagi, who delivers a breaking ball that just misses down and away, and the count goes even to 1-1. I have to say, Miyagi is fun to watch. He has got a lot of stuff around the zone. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Nice swing there by Murray Miyashi as he goes the other way with it. That is going to bring up the top of the order in Hiroto Kobakata. Well, as I was saying, it is fun to watch Miyagi pitch. He's not particularly overpowering. He can live away. He kind of reminds me in some ways, maybe not his build or whatever else, but he kind of reminds me of Mark Burley, the way that he pitched. Although Mark Burley, more toward the latter part of last half of his career, where that's kind of where Miyagi looks like he is right now, even though he's just a 4-year veteran. Well, Kobakata already squaring the bunt here in this situation as Miyagi delivers, and it is bunted and it is foul behind home plate. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Kobakata, as we said, last night's ball game had himself quite the ball game. He had himself 3 base hits in the affair, in between a couple of outs. But he has been able to pick it up this year as he's raised his average up to 253. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside. And the count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Interesting that 51 of the team's stolen bases come from 3 players in the batting order. When you look at the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, they have 90 stolen bases on the year, so just over 55% is from 3 players, and those players would be Murray Biashi, Kobakata, and Ogo. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. Kobakata still squaring the bunt. As the lefty Miyagi delivers, it is a fastball taken for a called strike. Not sure what Kobakata was doing there. He pulled back on that one. Now the count is 1-2. We'll see if the brass for the Golden Eagles is going to keep it on with 2 strikes. So here comes the 1-2 pitch to Kobakata as Miyagi works to the set. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul down the third baseline. It's going to reach the seats. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lots of action to be had in this one here tonight. We're early. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. As we said, the UFC bout is on, and we expect that there'll be a late arriving crowd. There's a breaking ball swung on, grounded over to second. It has a nice play there by the second baseman, Deshino. He goes to second for the fielder's choice. That's going to erase Murray Biashi. It'll go in the books. Fielder's choice, 4-6. He's gone for out number 1. Safe at first is Kobakata, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Yuya Ogo. Well, I wouldn't be surprised and wouldn't bat an eye here if they maybe tried to test the left-handed pitcher. Maybe send Kobakata off to the races on his first move. Kobakata, as we said, can run a bit. He's got 29 stolen bases on the season. So here comes the offering to Ogo, the lefty. And the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Miyagi. Reports earlier today that Shohei Ohtani has been spotted in Japan. It looks like he has cleaned out his locker. And he is going to be in Japan. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now is 0-2. So he's not going to be playing any more games yet this year or for the rest of the year for the Los Angeles Angels. Interesting to see. So no balls and 2 strikes. There's Ogo here waiting on the offering. As the lefty works to the set position, and now he's ready to deliver. And the pitch is on the way. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lefty Miyagi reaches down for the rosin bag, ready to go back to work. 1-2 here to Ogo. Our friend Dinger is here. He says he was in the Angels dugout tonight. Saw a video last night. Said maybe it was from before. Maybe so. I didn't catch the game last night against Detroit as there's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 1-2. Be interesting to see if that is truth or lore, because you're right. It could have been an older video. So establishing his lead over at first. And here comes the offering from the lefty. And instead they throw over to first base, and getting back in time is the base runner. So here comes the offering from the lefty as he pitches, and it is a fastball swung on and missed. Off the second goes Kobakata, but they say the ball was it tipped or not? I'm not sure here. We're going to have a look at this one. And if it was tipped, why is the batter out? No, I guess it wasn't. So Kobakata is going to steal second base, but it is going to retire Ogo on strikes. That's going to be the fourth strikeout here for Miyagi. So Kobakata is now over at second with that stolen base. And now it's 2 gone here for the Golden Eagles in their half of the inning, and that's going to bring up Hiroki Shimochi. So Dinger does say that he was at the Angels game tonight. Well, that's interesting then. Then probably people are taking old video and posting it up, creating rumors. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly to second, fielded by Nishino. He throws to first, and that's going to retire Shimochi on a ground out 4-3 for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it here for the Golden Eagles. Well, they had no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There were no errors, and 1 runner left the board. We're now moving to the bottom of the third inning. The score is the Eagles 2 the Buffaloes. Eagles 2 and the Buffaloes no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Appreciate y'all for jumping in here with us tonight. It is NPB action on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. The Buffaloes will be sending the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to bat here in their half of the third inning. That means Yataro Sugimoto, Tomoya Noguchi, and the top of the order, Kai Nakagawa, to face the righty here, Shoji. Haven't really seen Kosi Shoji pitch this year. I can't recall. I hadn't called a lot of Golden Eagles games. They were so bad at the beginning of the year. They got off to such a rough start. And we just kind of faded the Eagles for most of the year until about 6 to 8 weeks ago. We started picking up some more of their games. There's a fastball swung on. This ball has popped up into shallow center field. Coming in on it is the center fielder Tatsumi. He makes the catch with 1 pitch. There's 1 away here in the third inning. That'll bring up the right fielder Tomoya Noguchi. As I said, we typically, or at least we faded the Eagles a lot in terms of some of the games that they were playing. It's because they weren't playing very good baseball at one stretch. But now that they are playing better and have got themselves into a position for this, they're going to be able to carry some more of their games. We carried a lot of them last year. Of course, they were fun to watch last year, especially when they had that double-digit, I think it was 15 or 16 wins. They were playing really good baseball in the early part of the year. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Noguchi. But that makes it tough when they are not playing very well. And they are not keeping up with stuff, not pitching well, not hitting well, not fielding well. Fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Noguchi waggling the bat, waiting on the offering. There's a fastball swung on. This is going to be fouled off down the left field line. And the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. A right-hander ready to go back to work. He works to the set. Now he kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Noguchi. He goes down on strikes. It's going to be the 4th strikeout here for Soji tonight, as that is 2 in the books here for the Buffaloes, and that's going to bring up the top of the order in Kai Nakagawa. Well, for Nakagawa tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up as he strides to the plate here. He had a bit of a rough evening last night. He made an error in center field that eventually allowed a run to score for the Eagles. So he bats here as the first pitch is on the way. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Nakagawa does have some streak in him. He's hitting, as we said, entering the fair tonight, 269, but he's dropped to 268, 12 homers and 50 RBIs. He squares the bunt. He takes a breaking ball down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Right-hander ready to go back to work again. He works to the set position, and now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0 on Nakagawa. And here's the 3-0 pitch. It's a fastball that misses up and in. That's going to be ball 4, and that is going to be the second free pass issued tonight from the right-hander Shoji, as he is aboard, and that's going to bring up Masahiro Nishino, the other beneficiary of the free pass. So far, the Buffaloes yet to get a base knock, but they have had a couple of base runners through the base on balls at this point. Well, Nishino steps to the plate. He is, as we said, not with an official at bat tonight as he walked his first time up. He's batting 192 with no homers and 5 runs driven in. As the right-hander Shoji kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Tomoya Mori waiting his turn on deck as it's 1 ball and no strikes here to Nishino. Right-hander ready to deliver again as he gets the sign and fires. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right center field, and this ball is going to get down. Rounding second and heading to third is Nakagawa. He rounds third, and he's going to throw on the brakes. It's going to be a double for Nishino. Nakagawa, they had to throw the brakes on. They might have had a shot to be able to get him at the plate, as that ball got back into the infield in a big-time hurry. That puts runners at second, third, and it's going to bring up Tomoya Mori to the plate. Well, for Mori, he is officially 0 for 1. He flew out to left field his first time up. As he comes to bat here to face the right-hander Shoji, who's in the first sign of trouble tonight that he's been in all night long. Runner at second, Nishino runner at third, Nakagawa. And Mori steps to the plate. 0 for 1 as he'd flown to left field, as we said, his first time up. Runner at third gets his lead down the line there. All they need to do is get a clutch hit here from the veteran left-handed hitting catcher. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes. Mori waggling the bat. Waiting here on the offering. As the right-hander works to the set. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded through the 4-hole into right field past the diving Asamura. It is also bobbled a little bit by the right fielder, but I don't think that that's going to be impacted as Ogo juggled the ball. But a clutch single here for Mori has driven in 2 runs, and that is going to tie the ball game as Nakagawa comes across the score, as does Nishino. And it is now a 2-2 ball game here in the 3rd inning. 2 RBIs to the credit of Tomoya Mori. That gives him 58 on the year. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Leandro Cedeno. Well, for Cedeno tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Cedeno on the season with those 8 homers and 31 runs driven in. So they have a conference on the mound to talk to their right-hander here to settle him down a little bit. Looks like he is good to go, and they are ready to go again. So Mori, the runner at first. 2 gone here in the 3rd inning as Cedeno steps to the plate. And here comes the offering. The first pitch is on the way. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Appreciate those who've jumped in to listen tonight. As we said, it's been a little bit of a struggle for us here. We're trying to get our days turned back around to North American time after spending the last 3 weeks or so in Asia. It's been a bit of a battle on our own end. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Cedeno. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on and fouled off the home plate umpire. The count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Cedeno never really got the opportunity until about middle of the way through the season to get some playing time. He sure has made the most of it, has the big fella with the 8 homers in limited bats. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as the right-hander holds set and now fires. It's a fastball swung on. It's going to reach the seats on the first base side of home plate. Count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cedeno. Runner at first is Mori. The Buffaloes have tied the game at 2 with his single and 2 RBIs here in this half inning. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving back on it and making the catch is Tatsumi, and that is going to do it here for the Buffaloes in their half of the 3rd inning. But they got the 2 runs back that they had given up in the 1st inning. There were 2 runs on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now moving to the 4th inning. Your score is the Eagles 2 and the Buffaloes 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few minutes. As we say, it is appreciative that you guys are with us here tonight. We're going to go get ourselves another round of iced tea. We'll be back with all the calls after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the fourth inning, and the game is now all locked up at twos. The two-run single by Tomoya Mori has locked this game all up. It's a brand new one here as we move to the middle frames. So 2-2 is the scoreline. We'll update our ticker for you to reflect that here, and we'll be ready to resume the action as the lefty Miyagi has completed his warm-up tosses. We are ready to resume the action. So we've got ourselves a entertaining game tonight. Last night, same thing, and it is one of those ones that we're anticipating is going to be a lot of action, at least on the side here of the Golden Eagles. They know what's at stake for them. As the first pitch breaking ball is delivered to Hideto Asamura for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Asamura has been the offense for the Golden Eagles tonight as he had a two-run homer in the first inning. He lines the ball into right field, moving in and sliding, and not coming up with it is Noguchi. This ball is going to squirt away from him, and all the way to second base is Asamura. We're going to see how they're going to score that. If I had to guess, it would probably be a single and an error on the right fielder. And so back-to-back nights, the Buffalo's outfield play has really been non-existent in some capacity. They made a couple errors last night. This might have joined the party here tonight. We'll get a look at this one, and it looked like it may have gone off the wrist of the right fielder. So depending upon how this scorer feels, that might be a two-base error. We'll have to wait and see what the official word on that one is. Oh boy, did Noguchi make a meal of that one, and that's going to bring up the left fielder Takeru Okajima. So before we rule what that is in the scoring, we'll wait to see what the official scorers have to say. And the first pitch to Okajima is a breaking ball, waved out and missed, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and one strike. 47 pitches in the first three innings for the lefty Miyagi tonight, as he has settled down from his first inning of work where he allowed 19 pitches in that two-run homer to Asamura. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field, giving chase is Kirby-Ashi. He's not going to be able to come up with it. Making the play is the left fielder Sugimoto, and he fires it back in. Stopping at third is Asamura. Okajima is going to get himself a base hit. That is going to put runners now in the corners, and it's going to bring up the first baseman, Toshiki Abe. Well, for Abe, he's 0-for-1 tonight. He struck out his first time up. We'll keep our eye on the Golden Eagles to see if they have any shenanigans here or anything up their sleeves here against the lefty Miyagi. So runners at the corners. Nobody out here as the Eagles have something brewing here in the fourth. We'll try to get an update on the scores of what they had thought that play was all about. It looks like they ruled a hit for Okajima. I just don't know if they added an error into that as well. See what they have to say on that. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down and away. Count now is 1-0. It looks like one of the fights in the UFC is over. I don't know if that is the main event. It's Alexa Grasso. They had a split draw in the flyweight division. Interesting there, as there's a fastball that misses, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Takashi Abe. Not really a huge UFC fan myself. We kind of know a little bit that goes on, but not a whole lot. I used to be a big boxing fan, but boxing had gone sideways for many moons. Hard to follow that stuff. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Abe. So it looks like it gave Asamura a hit on that. I don't know if it was a single or a double. We're going to assume it was going to be a double in that situation. Doesn't look like there was an error. So I don't know if that's all the fights or if the fights are over in the next hour or so, if that's the main event. There's a fastball swung on it. It's going to break the bat of the hitter, Abe, but that's going to be golfed into left field for a base hit. A little bit of hard luck pitching there from Miyagi. Broke the bat, but just able to muscle it over into left field. is the hitter here, and that's going to drive in Asamaro. They take the 3-2 lead to the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. So they had taken the lead, they had given it back, and now they've regained the lead here on an RBI single by Abe. Stopping at second is Okajima. They've got 2 on and nobody out here in the 4th inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. While this is going on, it also brings the pitching coach out to the mound as they've got to talk to their left-hander, Miyagi. But what's going on here? Well, Miyagi ready to go again as he gets his baseball and rubs it up. Runners at first and second, nobody out. You got to wonder here at this point if this is also a bunt situation. We're into the part of the order that sometimes can be quite erratic. Tatsumi hitting 266, Oda 267, and Moribayashi 253, but do you trust them in the clutch situations? We're going to find out here what manager Ishii is going to do. Here comes the first pitch. And he does square to bunt, then he pops it foul. Does Tatsumi, and the count is quickly 0-1. I think they need a bunt doctor here for these 2 hitters at the bottom part of the order. So no balls and 1 strike. He starts to square to bunt, does Tatsumi. Here's the pitch. It's bunted, it's down, it's fielded by Miyagi. He throws to third, and that is going to retire the lead runner, Okajima. So Tatsumi not getting the job done. We're going to see if Ishii wants to get up and have a look at it, but no, he doesn't. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. It erases Okajima. He's going to be put out 2-5 for the first out of the inning. Abe advances to second. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Hikaru Oda. So not a good piece of bunting there by Tatsumi as he bunted it right back to the pitcher. Could have asked for an easier play. So here comes the first offering to Oda. It's a fastball. I'll take it for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Oda tonight 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up. A friend Dinger, who mentioned it earlier, said about the video last night from before, as there's a fastball swung on. This is going to be lifted foul. It's going to run the count to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Oda. People that we know are in attendance at the Vancouver Canadians game tonight, as the Canadians have an opportunity to win the Class A division. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to short. They go to second for 1. Back to first. It's going to be an inning-ending double play. Oda grounds into the 6-4-3 variety, as that is going to do it here. But the Eagles, they get a run back in the inning. There was 1 run on 3 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your score is the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 3 and the Orix Buffaloes 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back in just a moment. Appreciate you guys for listening in with us.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game, really exciting, lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh yeah, I got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I gotta go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We have a 3-2 ball game on our hands, and we'll be back in 30 with all the action. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Our friend Johnny Canadiana in the house here. He says Hawks and Fighters are playing too. Yes, they are. We are scoreboard watching. That one there is just getting underway. Our friend Johnny, when I was over in Japan, he had mentioned in one of our streams about the drink, of course, I was drinking, which was Pocari Sweat. And then on the other side of the coin, he mentioned something about Calpis soda, and it took me a while to find it because the 7-Elevens I would go into weren't carrying it. But it was being carried at the Lawson's and the Family Marts, and I got a chance to try it, and he said that was one of his favorite sodas when he was living in Japan. There's a first pitch fastball that misses outside to Mune. They go down to the third base umpire, who goes up with the right hand and said Mune went around, and the count is 0-1. So we thank Johnny for giving us the heads up on that one, as that was pretty darn good. Really enjoyed the Calpis soda. The name does not do it justice, as that fastball misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. I can't even describe the flavor. It's like a soda, but it's milky white. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball that just misses low, and the count now goes to 2-1. Lots of interesting and different types of foods to try when you are in Japan. And for that matter, even getting over into Korea. There's a fastball swung on and grounded over to second. Fielded neatly by the second baseman, Asamura, who throws to first. That's going to retire Mune on a ground out 4-3. So one up and one away here in the fourth, and that'll bring up the shortstop Kotaro Kobayashi. We are scoreboard watching in this one, as we mentioned before, as the Golden Eagles are looking to try to close the ground here on the Fighters and the Hawks. The other game that's got some scoring in it, it's 3-0 for the Lions over the Marines. That's in the top of the fourth inning. Here comes the first offering. It is a fastball that catches the outside corner for called strike to Kotaro Kobayashi. Kobayashi 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up, batting at .261 with the 8 homers and 31 runs driven in. Here's the offering from the righty Shoji, and he delivers a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. There was also another drink that I rather enjoyed. It was a sparkling drink, and it was apple squash. I can't remember the maker of it. There's a fastball swung on. This is line foul down the right field line, and the count goes to 1-2. But that was pretty good as well. Really enjoyed that as a sparkling kind of drink. Who would have thought the combination of apple squash would have been something I would have been dipping into prior to making that journey? So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the righty delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field, coming in hard, sliding. Did he make the catch? And it looks like he did. A nice play there by the right fielder, Ogo. As up goes the right hand, as they said that Kobayashi is gone. Looked like he got a little bit of a late jump on it. That ball was a slicing liner moving toward the line. He'd come in and made the grab. Oh, yeah, it was a nice catch for sure. As that is going to retire the shortstop for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and it's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Marwin Gonzalez. And for Gonzalez tonight, he is 0 for 1. He grounded to second his first time up. He takes a breaking ball down and in for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. On the season, his average has dipped to 211. As Gonzalez, as he bats from the left side here, as the pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1. Taro Sugimoto waiting his turn on deck if we get to that part in the batting order. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as the right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field. This ball could be trouble, and this ball is gone. A home run for Gonzalez, number 10 on the season, and that has evened the score here for the Buffaloes, as it is a solo shot. We have now tied the ball game up at 3 apiece as Gonzalez rounds the bases with number 10 on the season. The crowd in Osaka tonight, another healthy crowd. And they are giving him the round of applause as he comes in and cashes in the third run of the ball game for the Buffaloes. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Yataro Sugimoto. Well, for Sugimoto, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to center field his first stop. We got ourselves an entertaining affair here. 3-3 is the ball game now in the bottom of the fourth inning. So Sugimoto striding to the plate, 0 for 1, as we said, with the fly ball to center field his first time up. We were talking about it last night. He was the player of the month in March, April in the Pacific League as that fastball misses down and away. He had 8 home runs in that window, and since then he's only had 6. He has had some injuries, but he has had a bit of a power outage since the first month of the season. There's a breaking ball that just that just catches the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on. This ball is golfed into straightaway center field. Drifting back on it is Tatsumi. He makes the catch. That is going to do it. That's going to be out number 3 here. Retire the side for the Buffaloes, but they do get a run back on the home run by Marwin Gonzalez. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left aboard. We're now through 4 complete. Your score is the Eagles 3 and the Buffaloes 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 5th inning. When we return after this, we appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us. Hang tight. We'll be back in a bit.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher as we are now moving to the top of the 5th inning. It is going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat for the Golden Eagles tonight. It's Suki Muribayashi, and then the top of the order, Hiroto Kobakata, Yuya Ogo to follow. So 9, 1, and 2 to come to bat here to face Hiroya Miyagi. A little surprising. I would have not expected Miyagi to be as unsharp as he is tonight, and he delivers a first pitch fastball that is drilled Muribayashi, and that is going to put him aboard with a hit batter here to lead off the inning. He took an absolute bullet in the back leg, went down like he shot. Miyagi takes his hat off and tips his hat to him. Just going to bring up the top of the order in Hiroto Kobakata. And for Kobakata tonight, well, he is 0 for 2. He's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he's flown out to right field. He has stolen a base, though. So that is where we stand here. Boy, oh boy. We'll get a look at the replay of that one there. And it's very fortunate as it hit the batter in the shin on the right leg. I don't know if he wears any protection on the right leg. Certainly on the league leg he does. So Kobakata at bat here. We'll see if he's going to square to bunt again, as that is his abilities. They're going to try to nickel and dime maybe. They've got Ogo and Shimouchi coming up. No sign of the bunt there, and it's a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Kobakata. Now it looks like he may be inching around to square here. We'll take a look here again. Here comes the pitch from Miyagi. No sign of it yet. The pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Miyagi ready to go again. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Kobakata. The runner at first, Murray Biashi. And the pitch on the way. It's a fastball. Take it for a called strike. Count now goes to 1-2. Kobakata does a 180. Doesn't really appreciate that pitch call or that called pitch. Our friend Dinger said Colorado State outright last night in the chat. Up 10 in the fourth. Yeah, actually, I just saw that message go by there, Dinger. And I remember you talking about it last night. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Kobakata goes down on strikes. He's out for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Yuya Ogo. Last night, Dinger was in the chat last night stating his case. I had Colorado trailing Colorado State 21-17 early. They were down by 4, so that must have been a touchdown that the Colorado State team has put on the Buffaloes. Buffaloes are not ready to win a national championship yet by any stretch, but I will say that Deion Sanders is going to have some exciting football in the next few years as they throw over to first base, and getting back in time is Murray Biashi. At the bare minimum, it's going to be worth watching or getting people interested to watch. And when's the last time Colorado Buffalo football was interesting to watch? Maybe when Michael Westbrook was there, or when, I forget who the quarterback was. Was it Cordell Stewart? There's a breaking ball swung on it, is hit over to third. Mune fields it. He throws to second for 1, but they're not going to be able to get the double play. It's going to be a fielder's choice to erase Murray Biashi. Goes in the books 5-4. He's gone for out number 2, and Ogo is going to be safe at first. My thoughts on that one, it looked like he had cued it off the end of the bat and had a bit of a weird spin on it. And hence the problem for the third baseman, Mune, who had to come and field the ball. And your hats off to Ogo. He ran pretty hard down the line to beat that out on the backside and not roll into that double play. Well, that brings Hiroki Shimouchi to the plate, who's 0 for 2 tonight. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Shimouchi has flown to left and grounded to second his 2 trips to the plate. His averages slipped to 220 on the year with 6 homers and 25 runs driven in. Here's the pitch. Fastball that just misses outside, and the count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The lefty Miyagi ready to go again as he gets his sign from the catcher, and he's ready to work. And here comes the pitch. It's a slow breaking ball that misses, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Shimouchi. That last pitch was at 57 miles an hour. That was 1 slow breaking ball. So here comes the 2-1 pitch as Miyagi holds set, now delivers. Fastball that just misses down and away, and the count goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Shimouchi. As we said, the only other score in the NPB tonight is in that game at the Balluna Dome. It is 3-0 for the Lions over the Marines, as there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count's now 3-2. All the other games that are underway are scoreless. That's the Fighters and the Hawks, the Dragons and the Carp, and the Giants and the Swallows. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and hit foul down the left field line. The count remains at 3-2 to Shimouchi. It looks like another announcement. The Dodgers have clinched the National League West. All kinds of information going on around and about. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is tapped back to the pitcher Miyagi. He fields it. He's got to run it toward first base, and he flips it out. And that is going to be a ground out 1-3 for the third out of the inning. And that's going to do it here for the Golden Eagles in their half of the 5th. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, but there was a runner left aboard. Now moving to the bottom of the 5th inning, your score is the Eagles 3, the Buffaloes 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the bottom half of the inning. We'll be returning in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys all for jumping in here with us tonight. Here's our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the fifth inning, as it is going to be Tomoya Noguchi, Kai Nakagawa, and Masahiro Nishino to come to bat here for the Buffaloes in their half of the inning. 3-3 is the scoreline, as it was a home run by Marwin Gonzalez in the last half of the fourth that has regained the tie here between these two clubs. So Noguchi leading it off. He struck out his first time up. Waits on the first offering from Shoji, who delivers a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Just as a reminder, at the end of this half inning, we have the typical Japanese halftime, as we like to call it in the Pacific League, as they take the extended break. And there's a breaking ball waved out and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 on Noguchi. And with that being said, we will take a extended break, as we'll put the music on loop and go get ourselves a refreshed drink, so we could bring you guys the final four innings of this one. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It is a split finger pitch and misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Noguchi. Right-hander against the left-hander, as the righty Shoji ready to deliver again. He holds to the set and kicks and fires. Here's a pitch. It is a fastball that's spiked into the ground, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. As the right-hander looks at the sign he's given, and now he works to the set position. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is taken by it's going to get by the glove of the second baseman, Asamura, and it's going to get into right field. I thought Asamura had a chance at getting that one, and it looked like the hop just picked up a little bit of steam and was able to get by, and we'll get a look at the replay on that one. Had to wait on that. That was a breaking ball that hung up into the zone, and he absolutely tattooed it, did Noguchi, just past the glove of the second baseman. There was a chance that he might have been able to have taken that in the air, but not such luck, as Noguchi is aboard with a leadoff single, and that's going to bring up the top of the order in Kai Nakagawa. Well, Nakagawa here is batting. He is officially 0-for-1 tonight. He struck out, walked, and scored a run. He squares the bunt, and this time he gets it down, and it's a good one. And it is fielded by the catcher, who slips to his knees. Oh, Oda, he had himself a little bit of a problem there, but it looks like they're going to get Nakagawa at first base. So Nakagawa does the job. That's going to be a sacrifice, 2-4 on the putout. He's gone for the first out. It advances Noguchi into scoring position. That's going to bring Masahiro Nishino to the plate. As we get a look at that one on the replay, that was a bit of a strange play there by the catcher Oda. He had lost his footing. Well, Nishino steps to the plate. He is 1-for-1 tonight. He's also drawn a walk. He's scored a run, and he's doubled. So he bats here with the runner at second and 1 gone. A base hit here should score that Buffalo. So here comes the first offering as Shoji holds, and now he delivers. It is a fastball, just misses the outside corner for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Looming on deck is Tomoya Mori, who has accounted for 2 of the 3 runs tonight with his 2-out RBI production back in the 3rd inning. So here comes the 1-0 offering as the right-hander Shoji holds at the chest. He checks the runner. Now he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1. 76 pitches now here for the right-hander. Both of these pitchers have had moments where they pitched really well, and then they've had also moments where things have unraveled quickly. So here comes the 1-1 offering as the right-hander checks the runner at second, now fires. Breaking ball that misses up, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. It's a healthy crowd again tonight in Osaka for these 2 ball clubs. 2 balls and 1 strike it is here to the left-handed hitting Buffalo. Right-hander Shoji checks the runner again. He holds to the set. Now he fires. Fastball that misses way upstairs. The count goes to 3-1. You certainly don't want to face Tomoya Mori with extra runners on base. But that's the collision that Shoji is headed to right now, as it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Nishino. Waggling the bat is Nishino here, as he's waiting on the offering from Shoji. Shoji gets the sign from his catcher. He works to the set. He checks the runner at second and now delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep center field. Moving back on it is the center fielder, Tatsumi. He catches it. He throws to third. Tagging from second is the runner, Noguchi, but he's going to slide in safely. And that is going to retire Nishino for the 2nd out of the inning. He advances the runner over to third. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Tomoya Mori. Well, for Mori tonight, he is 1 for 2. He delivered the big blow in the 3rd inning. It was a 2-run single that at the time had had brought the Buffaloes back to tie the ball game. They're going to come out and have a chat with the starter here to see what their thoughts are here with what they're going to do with Mori. They do have Leandro Cedeno waiting on deck. So the home plate umpire and the second base umpire come out to break up that confab. And now it looks like we're going to be ready to get back at it again. Shoji's conference is over. 79 pitches for the right-hander here as he deals in the 5th inning. One would anticipate he may have another inning left in him, barring any issues here. Last night, the Eagles did go to their bullpen last night as they saw themselves use Sung Watanabe and Matsui. So if they are going to try to get the lead and try to close it out, they've used some of their what we call better arms and trying to finish off that game. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses inside. The count goes to 1-0 on Mori. 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom of the 5th inning, all locked up at 3s. Pace. The game had pretty good pace through the first 3 innings, but it's kind of slowed itself down a little bit here through inning 4 and 5. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Shoji ready to go back to work again. He's got the baseball. He gets the sign from his catcher, Oda. Here comes the 2-0 to Mori. Good hitters count right here. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. For those who had bet on this game, I don't know what the over-under was for the first 5 innings. My guess would have been it's probably exceeded that at this point, as it was 6 runs scored combined for the two teams. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball's belted into deep right field. This ball could be trouble, but nope, there's going to be room. The right fielder is going to haul it in as Ogo makes the catch. And that is going to do it. Or Mori put a scare into it for the Golden Eagles, but not deep enough. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors and 1 runner left the board. We're now through 5 complete. Your score is the Eagles 3 and the Buffaloes 3. Stick around, everybody. We're going to give you guys some music on the loop. We'll be back in just a few after we get ourselves a fresh drink of water. Welcome back, everybody. It is our friend Jerry in the house tonight. He's asking us who we think is going to win this one. I think tonight it's the Buffaloes' night. I'd be shocked to see if the Golden Eagles would win a back-to-back. We got Phil Cantelon in the house. He's joining us tonight. Good to see you, Phil. Haven't seen you in a bit. Glad you can make it in. I think the Buffaloes tonight, the reason why I thought them at the beginning is because last night's victory, the Golden Eagles used 3 of their better bullpen arms to help close that game out. Of course, Matsui, Watanabe, and Sung. And so they were in on the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings last night. Whereas the Buffaloes, in my opinion, didn't use their best bullpen arms. So if they can gather themselves a lead here, they can claw out another run, they can shut this game down in the bottom half of the ball game. The other piece to this is that tomorrow night, Masahiro Tanaka takes to the hill for the Golden Eagles. And if you're asking me ahead of time, I would be leaning towards the Golden Eagles to get that as a victory tomorrow night. And it would be who the Buffaloes are sending to the mound. They're sending the young left-hander to the hill tomorrow night. We were looking at this a little bit earlier. If I go back and take a quick peek, they made the announcement just at the beginning of the ball game. It is going to be Soya, the pitcher who is going to be making his 8th appearance of the year. He's got no wins and 2 losses. I got a chance to see him pitch in Kobe last week, and he looked pretty good. But, or it would be 2 weeks ago now. And I thought he did, or a week and a half ago now, and I thought he looked pretty good. But unfortunately, I think he's going to be in over his head here against Tanaka tomorrow night. And Tanaka needs to step up big and prove to everybody he is worthy of that number 18 still that he wears on his jersey. Well, it is going to be the lefty Miyagi who is coming back out to work. He's thrown 73 pitches in the first 5 innings of work. So that bodes well for him as well tonight because he's probably got another couple of innings left in him. It's going to be Hideo Asamura, Takeru Okajima, and Toshiki Abe to come to bat here, which is the heart of the batting order for the Golden Eagles, to face Miyagi here in the 6th inning. So as he completes his warm-up tosses, we're about ready to resume the action here. Our friend Jerry said he was 50-50 on the over-under or Buffaloes as a win. He says the over-under right now is 8.5. Yeah, I think there's probably more in this now. I mean, we're at 3-3 right now. So on the live bets, I would say probably, obviously, there has to be one run to get the victory here. I think that's probably pretty tight. I think there could be a couple more than 3 runs scored in this one. As here comes the first offering from Miyagi. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is popped up into shallow center field. Coming in underneath it is Nakagawa. He makes the catch, and with one pitch, there's one away here as Hideo Asamura is retired for the first time tonight. So one pitch and one away, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Takeru Okajima. Well, for Okajima tonight, he is 1 for 2. He singled and grounded out. He was erased in a fielder's choice back in the 4th inning, as it was a bunt that went awry. He was gunned down as Ryosuke Tatsumi was not able to get his job done. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses low when the count is 1-0 to Okajima. Okajima batting .271 now on the season with the 6 homers and 35 RBIs. Takes another fastball down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Home plate umpire has got the umpire cam on the top of the mask. I have to say he's had a pretty solid game tonight. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes it is. 3-3 here on the top of the 6th inning, as we've got ourselves a battle here in Osaka. As the lefty kicks and delivers, it's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 3-1 on Okajima. He had his bat firmly planted on the shoulder as he watched that one sail by. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving back underneath it is Nakagawa. He makes the catch, and that's going to retire Okajima. So 2 up and 2 fly balls to the center fielder. That is keeping him busy tonight, and that is going to bring up the first baseman, Toshiki Abe. Well, for Abe tonight, he is 1 for 2. He's got a single and an RBI. He drove in the 3rd run of the ball game for the Golden Eagles. He has also struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. So he is facing the lefty Miyagi for the 3rd time, and there's a fastball that just misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Jerry asked the question, do you still think the Buffaloes are going to win here? Well, it's locked up at 3s here. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 2-0. Yeah, as I said before, I gave my reasons, and I'm holding by it. The better bullpen arms have been held back or weren't used last night by the Buffaloes. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is 2-1. And on the flip side of the coin, it is the better bullpen arms last night were used, in my opinion, by the Golden Eagles. And they could come back with them tonight, but not with a tie ball game and not until they have to put the seal the deal on it. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 2-2. So as I said, they used Sung Watanabe and Matsui last night to close out that victory. If they came back with all 3 tonight, if they did get the lead, they're pitching without any rest. There's a breaking ball swung on it. It's grounded to the left side of the infield, fielded by Kirbiashi. He fires across the diamond, and Abe's going to be retired. That's a ground out 6-3. A great play by the shortstop. That is going to end the inning here. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 5.5. It is the Eagles 3 and the Buffaloes 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for jumping in with us with all the action tonight. You're listening to the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and to bookmark us, because we'll be back on the air again tomorrow night for these same two teams, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. We'll be right back after this.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Appreciate you, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher after the game. Be sure to check him out. It was Saturday morning cartoons today. He's got Sunday shoutouts, Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, the Whatnot Wednesday, and don't always forget the other stuff that he produces out, including No Filter Fridays. Well, we've got ourselves Leandro Cedeno coming to the plate. It'll be the heart of the batting order for the Buffaloes. It'll be Cedeno, Mune, and Kirbiashi to face the right-hander Shoji, who delivers a fastball that misses up and in for ball one, and the count is 1-0 to Cedeno. Hasn't missed a whole lot. He's still bringing it up at 93 miles an hour, is the right-hander. As the right-handed hitting Cedeno waits on the offering, and there's a fastball swung on and lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Cedeno. For those of you who haven't been to the Kyocera Dome, the one thing I can tell you is it looks like a smaller version of the old Houston Astrodome. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on, grounded to short, fielded by Murray Biashi, throws across the diamond. Oh, a nice play by the first baseman, Abbey, who picks it out of the dirt. That's going to retire Cedeno on a ground out, 6-3. He's in the books for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Yuma Mune. Well, for Mune, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown to center and grounded to second. As he strides to the plate, ready to face the right-handed throwing Shoji. Shoji now at 86 pitches. If he has himself a quick inning, I wouldn't bat an eye that he comes back out for the 7th inning of work. Here's the first pitch to Mune. It's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball one. Yuma Mune having himself a bit of a struggle this season. He's not quite enjoyed the season he's had the last couple of years. Batting average is down. Defensively, he is down. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. But he still can do some electric things from time to time. Last night he had a couple of knocks in the ball game, as he had a single and a double, and he scored a run last night. So here comes the 2-0 to Mune. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball that misses outside. The count now goes to 3-0. And for me, who's keeping score, I've only got 2 free passes allowed here tonight for Shoji. He has fallen behind 3-0 to Mune here. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses way upstairs. That's ball 4. I don't know, but I think I've got to have it on high alert here. I think the bullpen, you want to have that phone call ready to go, and that's exactly right on cue. The pitching coach is on the horn to the bullpen. Get somebody up. It looked like the last batter there that the pitcher might be running out of gas. He couldn't throw a strike at all to Mune. Our friend Titus is in the house tonight. We welcome you to the stream. We appreciate you for jumping in here with us. Thank you for being here. As we said, we have a full slate of games around the NPB tonight. And we did expect the late arriving crowd as the UFC was winding down. Here's the first pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded past the glove of Asamura into center field. Tatsumi's fielded it, and throwing on the brakes is Mune at second base. That's going to be a single here for Kobayashi, and that is going to bring up Marwin Gonzalez to the plate, who's already deposited a home run into the seats. So they've got runners at first and second, and Gonzalez coming to the dish, and that looks like it's going to be the end of the night as manager Ishii is out ready to make pitching change here for Shoji. So hang tight, everybody. We'll see what the Eagles are going to go to in their bullpen. Marwin Gonzalez, the switch hitter, coming to bat as he's already got a home run in this one tonight. He'll bat with one gone and runners at first and second when we return in just a couple of moments. But we got some excitement here in just a couple of moments. We appreciate you guys for being here. Our friend God is Great says it'll be the Hanshin Tigers and who? It's going to be the Buffaloes and the Tigers. That's how I'm thinking for the Nippon series. We'll be keeping our eyes peeled on that. But right now, we'll take a little break, and we'll be right back in just a couple moments. Appreciate you for being here.
Thank you, Freddie. And hey, guys, let's open up a 5-card pack of 2023 Topps Baseball. And remember, during this timeout, you can also go visit some other channels. Oh, look, Jeter Downs. Bleh. Diamond Princess, she's great. Oh, there's a cubby. Screw that. Hey, go check out the one and only Bud Stoney. Oh, here's one for another Hollis build. And you can stay anywhere you want to when you're around Freddie and the Seattle area. That's good for Mr. Infuego. And you know what? Why don't we bring out one of the Oakland A's for a league of her own? Bingo! Thank you, Freddie. Pitchers look like they're ready. Let's play ball!
Well, we're going to be going back to the action in just a moment. We appreciate you guys for being here. Hang tight. Here's tomorrow night's starter, Masahiro Tanaka. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Tomohiro and Raku in the ball game, as he is going to be coming in relief. He is making his 50th appearance of the year. He's got 2 wins and 2 losses. He has worked 41 2/3 innings. He's allowed 37 hits. He's walked 14, struck out 28, and he's got an ERA of 2.81. He's got to face Marwin Gonzalez here with 2 on and 1 gone here in the 6th inning. So the righty Tomohiro and Raku on in relief of Shoji. Both of these runners belong to Shoji. So here comes the first pitch to Gonzalez. It's a breaking ball that misses outside. And the count is 1-0. So for Raku and for our friend who was in the stream earlier here, who was asking the questions, Jerry, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. This is a chance for the Buffaloes to scratch that run out and then to seal it off here against the Golden Eagles for the last 3 innings as that breaking ball misses down. Count now is 2-0 to Marwin Gonzalez. Good hitting count here. And not that Enraku's been bad. In fact, Enraku's been pretty good this year for the Golden Eagles. He has been fairly decent in his relief appearances. But one of the things I worry about with the manager, and I saw a couple of years ago when he was using Chihao Sung and Matsui and others, is that sometimes he wants to overuse some of the pitchers. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. So Gonzalez in the driver's seat here at 3-0. And the always dangerous Yataro Sakamoto waiting his turn on deck. Our friend Johnny keeping us up to date on the Hawks and the Fighters. As we said, Fighters having the lead. So this is going to get really interesting. And we will call the Hawks and the Eagles during the week. And there is a fastball that misses inside. It's going to be ball 4. That is going to load the bases as Gonzalez has got himself a walk. Kobayashi advances to second. Mune over to third, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Yataro Sugimoto. And it also brings in the shortstop, Murabayashi, to have a little quick confab with the pitcher in Raku. But it's also going to bring out the pitching coach as well. I always get a kick out of it. I don't know what he's got in his hand here. I don't know if it's a rag or if it's something, but it's kind of funny. Last night when they went out to the mound, they had a bottle of water for the pitcher. It was like they're giving him a drinks break. I don't think I've ever seen that in Major League Baseball, but we've certainly seen a couple of odd things in the Japanese league. I'm surprised he didn't give him a massage or a rub down to get him going again here. A little pat on the back. So the bases are full of Buffaloes. One gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is all locked at 3s, and Sugimoto, who has come to the plate twice tonight and has flown out both times to center field. What they would probably give for another deep fly to center field here, like those first 2 at-bats, if when Cash runs in for sure. So Sugimoto batting here, nowhere to put him, as the bases are loaded. And the right-hander Enraku holds to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses off the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-0 on Sugimoto. Buffalo fans are a little bit antsy here. And as we were talking about earlier, about an inning or so ago, also Jerry asked about the over or under at 8.5. And my thoughts process on it was leaning the over, because I have a feeling this one here is going to get busted apart. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. This is going to be deep enough. This is going to get the run in. Tagging at second and advancing over to third is Kobayashi, but tagging at third and heading home is Mune. And the Buffaloes have the lead on a sacrifice fly to center field by Sugimoto. He's gone for the second out, but he collects himself an RBI. Mune crosses the plate with run number 4. Kobayashi is at third, and staying at first is Gonzalez, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Tomoya Noguchi. So just like that, the Buffaloes are in the lead. And you can just see the way that this game is panning out to see that. Well, Noguchi strides to the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He has a single and 2 trips. He's also struck out as he bats here from the left side against the right-handed throwing Enraku. So that run will be charged to the starter Shoji. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. And actually, I got to give some credit to Marwin Gonzalez. He also tagged and moved up there. I didn't see him tag and move up. So he's at second. They've got runners at second and third here to the Buffaloes. 2 runners in scoring position, and Noguchi trying to do some damage. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside. The count runs even to 1-1. So some good heads-up base running by Marwin Gonzalez to get himself into scoring position. So here's the 1-1. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 1-2 on Noguchi. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As a reminder, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night. Same 2 teams, as we said, will stay with this entire series. And then we will look to bounce later in the week to the Eagles and the Hawks, as that fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side. And the count remains at 1-2. Looking forward to calling that action for sure. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the right-hander ready to go again. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down. And now time is called by the catcher. It runs the count to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Raku nods in agreement with his catcher. He's ready to go to work. Here comes the pitch. Fastball that just misses off the inside corner. That's going to make the count 3-2 to Noguchi. Well, I'm not so sure about that one. Our friend Dinger was talking earlier in the stream about the Buffaloes and the Colorado State Rams. Well, they're going to overtime, all locked at 28. That's the way she goes in that one. So don't give up on the Buffaloes. There's a fastball that misses down and in. It's going to be ball 4. Noguchi's going to draw himself a walk. That's going to load the bases. And it's going to bring up the top of the order in Kai Nakagawa. Well, for Nakagawa, he's officially 0 for 1 tonight. He had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. He walked and scored a run in the third, and he struck out back in the first. So he is coming on here to face a right-hander and Raku for the first time tonight. Nakagawa has the flair for the dramatics at times, and he can really change games. He's got that ability. There's types of players. There's guys who watch things happen, guys who make things happen, and there's guys who wonder what happened. Well, I would put him in the second camp. He can make some things happen. There's a fastball swung on it. It's chopped over to third. Fielded neatly by Kobakata. He throws to first. Well, Nakagawa is not going to get anything going that time. He grounds out 5-3 for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it here in the 6th for the Buffaloes. But the Buffaloes have taken the lead. There is 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 1 hit. They did have 3 base on balls. There was no errors, and there were 3 runners left aboard. We are now through 6 complete. Your score is the Buffaloes 4 and the Eagles 3. Come on back, everybody. It'll be the final 3 frames in this one. We'll be right back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for listening in. Your score, 4-3 as we move to the top of the 7th. Buffaloes and Eagles. We'll be right back in just a few.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game, really exciting, lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Hiroya Miyagi coming back out for his 7th inning of work, and he delivers a first pitch fastball that misses outside to Ryosuke Tatsumi for ball 1. Count is 1-0. 84 pitches through the first 6 innings for the left-hander as he delivers a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Tatsumi. The bottom third of the batting order, Tatsumi, Oda, and Moribayashi here. He faced the Buffalo left-hander in the 7th as he swings at a fastball. It's grounded over to Mune at third. He fields it as he moves to his glove side. He does the 360 and throws to first. Tatsumi going to be retired on a ground out 5-3 for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Hikaru Oda. Well, for Oda tonight, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and grounded into a double play as he strides to the bat to face Miyagi here for the 3rd time tonight. Got to tip your hat to Miyagi. He really is settled down after the first inning, only allowing 1 run, and he has now retired. For the Buffaloes, he has now got 7 in a row as the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So if he can keep it down here, maybe he comes out for the top of the order again. I'd be a little shocked by it, but I wouldn't also at the same time put it as away from the manager Nakajima from the Buffaloes as there's a breaking ball Waved that and missed. The count goes to 1-1. They do have that ability to be able to go a little bit deeper. And certainly Miyagi does as well. So here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Oda. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. We do thank everybody who has jumped into the stream tonight to listen in. Whether we listen live or on delay, we appreciate you guys for being here with us. As it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit, and this ball is going to get all the way to the wall. Oda digging for 2, and he's going to make it with a stand-up double. So with 1 gone, the Eagles have life, as he is aboard with a double, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Itsuki Muribayashi. And so just as we were complimentary on the one end, and now we have it on the other end, the Golden Eagles have something brewing as they're flapping their wings here in this half inning. So Oda with a double to the wall. He is aboard at second base. And that is bringing Muribayashi to the plate, who is officially 1 for 1 tonight. He takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Muribayashi has singled, and he's been hit by a pitch. As he waggles the bat, waiting here on the offering from the lefty Miyagi. And the pitch is delivered. It is swung on. It is grounded softly over to second. Fielded neatly by Nishino. He throws first, but that is going to advance Oda 90 feet away from the plate, as he is now at third base with 2 gone. I'll bring up the top of the order in Hiroto Kobakata. Well, for Kobakata in this one, he is 0 for 3 tonight. He has flown to right. He's bounced into a fielder's choice and struck out in his 3 trips to the dish against the veteran lefty, Miyagi. But it looks like we may have ourselves a pinch hitter. It could be the end of the night for Kobakata. That's a bit of an eyebrow raiser. It is going to be Ito who is coming in to bat. Wow, I would not have expected that. So Kobakata's night is done. I would have thought defensively they might have been able to have some use for him. But no, it is going to be the pinch hitter here coming on in to try to do some damage. So this is going to be Yukiya Ito, who comes to bat here. Ito on the season has enjoyed a nice year for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles as he takes a fastball down and away for ball 1. He is batting .257 on the year. He's got himself 5 homers and 16 runs batted in. He was acquired in a trade last year with the Yokohama Dana Bay Stars. So here's the 1-0 offering. It's a breaking ball, take it for a called strike, and the count now goes even at 1-1. Spent the first 4 years of his career in a Yokohama uniform. Although he didn't play a whole lot over there, only appeared in 36 games over those 4 years. But last year he came to Tohoku, and this year he's got himself a chance to play a little bit more, does the 27-year-old. Breaking ball misses outside. The count now goes to 2-1. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do at third base in the next half inning. So Yukiya Ito here at the plate, hitting for Kobakata. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball misses down. Count goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. As Miyagi starting to lose his command again. This might be the kiss of death inning here for him if he can retire the side. I wouldn't expect that he's coming back out for the 8th. Pitch number 98 ready to happen here. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. The count now goes to full count on Ito. We get a look at the umpire cam. That pitch there was right down the middle, moving toward the inside part of the plate, and the batter just couldn't do enough with it. Now Miyagi steps off the back of the rubber. He's going to get himself ready to go again as he reaches for the rosin bag. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as the lefty kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back. The count here is going to remain at 3-2 to Ito. I don't know if Miyagi's got much of a changeup. We haven't seen one here tonight on pitch number 100, about ready to come in. If he has something where he can pull a string on, that might be the one here for Ito. Here's the 3-2. Fastball taken for a called third strike. Ito can't believe it, but that is going to set him down for the third out of the inning, and a great job there by Miyagi. His 100th pitch of the night, his 67th strike, and that sits down Ito for out number 3. There was no runs in the inning. There was the hit by Oda, the double. There was no errors, and there was one runner stranded aboard. We're now through 7 complete. Your score is the Buffaloes 4 and the Eagles 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. It is the bottom of the 7th coming up here for the Buffaloes as they've got the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to the plate. We'll be right back in just a few.
Steve here from outside his refrigerator that a lot of you like so much. So let's go inside. There's my hot sauces and other stuff. Let's see what we can do here for Freddie. Awesome game, Freddie. Keep up the good work. We love the baseball. So why don't we rip open Garbage Pail Kids just for you and the listeners. Large Marge, she belongs in the fridge. Liberty Libby, well, she belongs down here on the beer. Apple Corey, hey, he's pretty cool. Put him on that beer up here. And Target Margaret. All Series 3 Chrome Garbage Pail Kids. Freddie, back to you in the game, and everybody else, please enjoy everything he does and tip him nicely.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom of the 7th inning, and we are just waiting on confirmation of a pitching change for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, as I would assume that Anraku's night would be over. And that's exactly what it is it looks like they're going to a lefty here. This is going to be number 56. It is going to be Sho Suzuki coming on in relief. Suzuki tonight is making his 55th appearance. He's got a record of 1-1 with 1 save. He has worked 38 1/3 innings. He's allowed 31 hits. He has walked 19, struck out 41, and he's got an ERA of 3.05. There are some defensive changes, and we'll have to get those ones for you. It looks like it's Toshiki Abe who went over to third base, but I missed who's over at first. The first pitch is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Masahiro Nishino. Nishino, Mori, and Cedeno to bat here for the Buffaloes in their half of the 7th inning. Eagles have only got 6 outs left to have to do some damage. There's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul down the left field line. And the count now goes to 0-2 on Nishino. Buffaloes have the 4-3 lead, and as our friend Jerry, who was in the stream here earlier, I had mentioned and said, my needle points to the Buffaloes on this one early on, although tomorrow night with Tanaka going, I would think that the game is going to go towards, my needle goes towards the Golden Eagles. Fastball swung on and tap foul. Count remains at 2-2. Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, the Fighters have extended their lead to 2-0 over the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. That's in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 7th, the Lions still have a 3-0 lead against the Chibalote Marines. Of course, this game here, as you know, it's 4-3 for the Buffaloes in the 7th inning. There's a breaking ball that misses down. That's going to be a ball, and it's 1-2 now on Nishino. Over in the Central League, the Swallows have a 1-0 lead over the Giants. That is in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Carp and the Dragons are locked at zeros. The Bay Stars and the Tigers go off in about 3 hours' time. So that is going to be a little later at the Cochin. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's knifed foul down the left field line. And the count remains at 1-2 to Nishino. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And as we've said before at the top of the stream, and we'll say it again, we'll be back on tomorrow night for a rare Monday Japanese time game, which will be Sunday night in North America, 9 p.m. Pacific, or midnight if you are on the East Coast. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. The left-handed hitter waggling the bat, ready to get the offering from the lefty Suzuki. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He kicks and he fires. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow center field. Drifting over to his right is Tatsumi. He's there. He makes the catch. That's going to retire Nishino for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up the catcher, Tomoya Mori. Well, Mori tonight had the big blow for the Buffaloes as he had a 2-run single back in the 3rd inning to tie the ball game up. So Mori coming to bat here. Mori batting from the left side against the left-handed throwing Suzuki. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Oh, Mori looked like he wanted to turn that one around. He looked like he wanted to hit that 500 feet. So no balls and 1 strike to Tomoya Mori. Lefty matchup. As they kick and deliver, there's a fastball swung on and missed. Count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Mori ready to face the lefty Suzuki again. He gets himself set in the batter's box. And here comes the 0-2 offering as the lefty holds to the set and now delivers. Fastball that's down. Nice block there by the catcher. That's going to run the count to 1-2. Good job there by Oda. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mori to be followed by Cedeno. So the tough part of the Buffalo batting order for sure here for the lefty Suzuki. Here's the 1-2 pitch. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. Lefty Suzuki again waits at the belt. And here comes the pitch to Mori. It's a fastball that misses down and away. The count now goes to 3-2. Mori really gets disciplined, and he gets to be a lot tougher here. As he bats later in the game, he does have some swings. When he takes some cuts, he takes some healthy cuts. That is for sure. Here is the 3-2 offering. The lefty kicks and fires. It is a fastball that misses outside. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say Mori didn't go. That's going to be ball 4. He's going to get himself a 1-out walk, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Leandro Cedeno. And in this situation here, one school of thought is this is where somebody can turn the ball around. My other school of thought is that Cedeno is a double play candidate as he does not run particularly well. So 1 gone, the runner Mori at first. And what do you know? It is the lefty Miyagi who is up and throwing in front of the dugout. So maybe he comes back in for yet another inning of work. I wouldn't bat an eye at it. Maybe they save the last inning for the closer. Not sure if Hirano is going to be closing this one out tonight. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted down the right field line. If it stays fair, it's going to be trouble, but it's just going to slice foul. Boy, Cedeno put a charge into that one. He went the other way with it, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Cedeno. As we're ready to go from Suzuki again, here comes the 0-1 pitch. As he delivers, it's a fastball that misses up and in, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Cedeno gets himself set in the batter's box. He's waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the lefty Suzuki. I'm not surprised that Miyagi's coming back out, but a little bit of an eyebrow raiser. Here's the offering. It's a fastball that misses up in the way, and the count is 2-1. One would have to think that the Buffaloes, as they have the magic number of 7, and of course with the Chibalote Marines losing tonight, as that ball game is currently in the bottom of the 7th inning, that magic number, if the Buffaloes can win, can drop down to 5. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle, and it's going to get by the pitcher into center field. Stopping at second base is going to be Mori. Leandro Cedeno gets himself a single here. That's going to put him at first. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Yuma Mune. Well, so the Buffaloes have got legs here. Mune comes to bat. He is officially 0 for 2 today. Flown out, grounded out, and he has walked and scored a run. Good piece of hitting there by Cedeno just to keep it simple and drive it right back through the box. Got underneath the glove of Suzuki. Well done. Props to him. As they have a conference on the mound, and it looks like that is going to be broken up. Suzuki's going to stay in there as they talk it over. We'll be ready to resume the action here in just a moment. So Yuma Mune striding to the plate, 0 for 2, as we said, with that walk and scoring a run. Digs himself in, and he's going to be waiting here the first offering from the lefty. This game here has slowed its pace down quite a bit. We're on a pretty good clip there through the first 4 innings of this one, or 3.5, and then everything just sort of ground to a halt. There's a first pitch breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Mune. Balls and 1 strike. Lefty matchup. Runner at second, Mori. Runner at first, Cedeno. 1 gone here in the 7th. As the lefty holds to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. Breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Buffalo fans looking for some clutch Yuma Mune action. One ball and 1 strike it is, as he waits on the offering here from Suzuki. As Suzuki holds to the set. And now he delivers. It's a breaking ball, waved at and missed. Oh, he was fooled. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Buffalo's third baseman. Taking a look at some scores around Major League Baseball. It was a 0-0 game between the Dodgers and the Mariners tonight. Each team traded runs in the 10th inning. The Dodgers exploded for 5 in the 11th, and the Mariners came back with 1 in their 11th. All runs scored after the 9th. There's a fastball swung on, grounded on 1 hop to the short. They go to second for 1, back to first. That's going to be an inning-ending double play, as Mune has grounded into the 6-4-3 variety, as that will erase Cedeno second for the second out and him on the back end. Well, there was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors, and there was one runner left aboard. We're now through 7 complete in Osaka. It is the Buffaloes 4, the Eagles 3. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We're cruising here to the 8th inning. They've got the lefty Miyagi out there again as he's going to be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order. Yuya Ogo, Hirochi Shimouchi, and Hideo Asamura to come to face Miyagi here. Ogo tonight is 1 for 3. He singled and scored a run. He struck out and bounced into a fielder's choice, as he will come to bat here to face Miyagi again. Our friend Jerry says the 9th inning lasts as long as they don't tie, correct? I'm not sure I know what you're getting at, but there are extra innings in this one, and they can play to 12 in the NPB. So they don't have any ghost runners, but we will have ourselves potential for extra innings if the game gets tied up. But that being said, we'll see how it goes. Here's pitch number 101 of the ball game. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep center field. Racing back is Nakagawa. He's got room on the warning track and makes the catch. With one pitch, Ogo is retired on a deep fly ball to center field for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Hiroki Shimouchi. Well, for Shimouchi tonight, he is 0 for 3. He's grounded to the pitcher, grounded to second, and he's flown to left. So 0 for 3 tonight for Shimouchi. So Miyagi ready to go again. Here's the first offering. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. And you know, the way it's been kind of going for Miyagi, I don't know if I'd even bat an eye. We were talking about the closer coming in the 9th. Miyagi might be his best closer. I wonder if they would even entertain rolling him back out for another inning. There's a fastball swung on. It is popped up down the right field line. It's going to reach the seats. The count goes even to 1-1. As we said, a win tonight by the Buffaloes and a loss by the Marines means the magic number will get cut to 5. The magic number is the combination of wins by the Buffaloes and losses by the Marines to help clinch the Pacific League. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. Count now goes to 1-2. Jerry asked the question, who's on hitting which team? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I assume you're asking if it's the top of the inning, that would be the Eagles because they are the visitors. The bottom of the inning is the Buffaloes as they are the home team. And currently we are in the top of the 8th as that breaking ball misses down and the count is now 2-2 to Shimouchi. So our ticker across the bottom of the screen is up to date. 4-3 is the score line. It's in the top of the 8th inning. There's a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side. The count remains at 2s to Shimouchi. Our friend CV baseball card collector in the house tonight. We welcome you in here, Caesar. Nice to see you. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-2. Our friend Jerry says, who's batting, in other words? So as I said, the top half of the inning is the Golden Eagles. The bottom half of the inning is the Buffaloes. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. It's going to be ball 4. Shimauchi is aboard with a 1-out walk, and that is going to bring up the second baseman, Hideo Asamura. Our friend CV, who is a Angels fan, or at least he gets a lot to the Angels games, he is saying that he thinks that Shohei is a done. Well, just as he talks about Shohei being done, well, Miyagi, it looks like his night is done at 108 pitches as the manager, Nakajima, is coming out of the dugout to make the change after that walk to Shimochi. They're going to go to the bullpen. Obviously, Hideo Asamura, who's already homered off the lefty Miyagi, they're going to be going to a right-hander, one would anticipate. Well, we're going to take a little break here as we do have a pitching change. We appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight as we are going to be going to the change here as well. Hang tight, everybody. We got ourselves a change. We'll be back in a minute. We'll get you that here. 4-3, the Buffaloes have the lead here in the top half of the 8th inning. We'll be right back in just a few.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be still the top of the 8th inning as they are making a move to the bullpen. And by our quick notes, it looks like it is going to be Yuki Utagawa coming on in relief as he is going to be taking over here for the Buffaloes in replacement of the lefty Miyagi. So for Utagawa on the season, he's making his 39th appearance, and he has got 3 wins, no losses. He's got a couple of saves. He's worked 38 innings. He's allowed 20 hits, 23 walks. He has struck out 42, and he's got an earned run average of 189. So Yuki Utagawa on in relief. He'll be the second pitcher used tonight by the Buffaloes on in replace of Hiroya Miyagi. So Utagawa ready to go. 1 gone here. He inherits a runner at first base, and Asamura, who's already homered tonight, to put him back into a tie with Gregory Polanco for the Pacific League lead in home runs. And the first pitch on the way, it is a breaking ball that misses upstairs for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Asamura enjoying himself quite the season this year. He is the Pacific League Ironman. Now has the record all time as the most consecutive games played. I forget, it's well over 1,000. But on top of that, then you have, as there's a fastball ticket for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. He is not the leader in the Central League. I forget who it was in the Central League who has the lead, but he's still about 2 or 3 seasons off of that pace. But regardless, nevertheless, to play over 1,000 consecutive games and not skip a beat, that is a big deal. Every once in a while, you could use a little maintenance day here and there. There's a fastball ticket for a called strike. Off to second goes the runner, and it's going to be a stolen base by Shimauchi. He's going to take second. That's going to be his 3rd stolen base of the year. Actually, we're going to do a double check on that to see if it still is Shimauchi running or not, or if they've gone to a pinch runner. I have to take a peek there. I didn't get the update if it was. It didn't look like Shimauchi. And there it is there. No, it is not. We'll have to get that stolen base for you, as it does look like it was number 25. It looks like it was Kaz Tanaka. So Tanaka into pinch run, stole the base. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike as we're getting into the crunch time here. Our friend Caesar wanted to know if I ate all those chips in the baseball cards that we did. Absolutely, Caesar. It's like maybe a half a little bag of chips. And remember, Caesar, for every pack that you saw me open, or the ones that we did, there was another about 8 or 10 more bags that we polished off as well. So I actually didn't film all the cards that we had pulled apart. Ended up doing, I would say, probably ended up about 20 bags of chips. So what a day. Keeps the doctor away. And our friend Titus, who was in here earlier, God is great. He says that series 2 is already finished, already complete, at least where he's at. There's a fastball that comes inside, and it looks like it's hit Asamura. And that is going to put runners at first and second. So this game here has got a little twist and turns. CV says, like a small bag of Cheetos. Yeah, it is. That is for sure. It's not a big piece, not a big bag. 2 of those are one of the little bags of chips that I could wolf down here. Well, it looks like that the Buffaloes in Colorado Buffaloes have knocked off the Colorado State clash in the Clash of Colorado. It was a come from behind victory for the Buffaloes in that one. Well, as we were keeping tabs on that tonight. So here comes the first offering to Takeru Okajima, as he is 1 for 3 tonight. Fastball swung on. This ball is hit into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's not going to be in time. It's going to be a base hit and an RBI for Okajima, as that was driven into left center field. That's going to tie the ball game up at 4. But hold tight for a second, everybody. I want to see if they're going to go and take a look at this on the replay. We'll have to see if the manager is going to ask for them to go under the hood. It was a bang play at the plate. We'll see what they come up with here, if that is the case or not. But regardless, it's a base hit by Okajima. He's got himself a single. We know that Asamura is at least at second. And I do believe that the runner has scored. We're going to get a look at this on the replay. That ball got smoked into left center field. A nice job by Nakagawa to field it. He got it to the relay to Kirbiashi. The throw came to the plate, and it was a pretty good throw. It was a little bit up the line, but they are going to be looking at this on the replay. And I got to tell you, I think the runner may have got his hand in there just barely, but you never know. We're going to get a great overhead view. This will be the definitive look. And the answer to that is, yep, that's going to be an RBI for Okajima. It's going to score Tanaka. We don't need to bring it. Here come the umpires, and that's an easy call for them, too. The safe sign goes up, and that's going to equal the score line at 4-4. Here in the top of the 8th inning, our poor friend Jerry, who has been asking all the questions all night, I still think the Buffaloes are going to pull this baby off. But the Eagles just aren't going away. They are really pesky here tonight. But that looks like it's going to be possibly the end for Utagawa, although they have the pitching coach out on the mound. Our friend CB says, yeah, we're getting close to 2,000. It's coming. About 50 some odd away. Been making some serious inroads here over the last couple of weeks or so. Get a lot of them off of our shorts, but we also get a lot off the live views. We don't get much off of the videos, our videos that we post up if they're of cards and stuff. Every once in a while, we'll post some videos up and we'll get a good run of things. Well, that brings up to Shikiabi to the plate. He is 1 for 3 in this one, as he bats with runners at first and second and 1 gone. And Utagawa here has thrown gasoline on the fire, and there's a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. I usually have a look sometimes, Caesar, as I look to our subscribers, and there's some people that started kind of producing content in and around the same time we did. And we've had the channel since 2010. And for me, basically what happens is by me picking up the subscribers via the shorts has allowed me to be able to increase some of my views and bring attention to the channel in different ways. So that last pitch was a split finger pitch taken for a strike, and the count is now 0-2 to Abby. So hopefully more people will join us. There's a split finger pitch swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Abby for the second out of the inning. He goes down on strikes for out number 2, and it's going to leave it all up to the center fielder, Ryosuke Tatsumi. And, just been having fun with it, Caesar. I'm sure that you're enjoying your time playing with the channel, your channel as well. It's just been one of those things. It's been kind of cool. When we started producing content on the channel, it took 30 months to get to 1,000 subscribers. And our second 1,000 is going to come in less than 14. That's pretty amazing. And I would expect that our next 1,000 is probably going to be under that as well. There's a first pitch, split finger pitch, swung on and missed, and the count is 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Tatsumi. And we have a lot of fun in doing the games. I mean, it's been a lot of cool pieces. We've got a lot of different people who've come in and listened over the time. And certainly I think I've gotten better at calling the games. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. As the right-hander delivers, it is a fastball taken for a call and strike. And now the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Tatsumi. So the runner at second is Asamura. The runner at first, Okajima. It is now locked up at 4. Our friend CV says it's a pack-a-day for him, and it's not the cigarette style, but it is a pack-a-day. That's actually pretty cool, too. Here's the pitch. Fastball that misses down. It is blocked by Mori. It squirts away up the third baseline, but he does a good job to track it down. It's going to run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice job there by blocking the pitch by Tomoya Mori. And so, by us pushing out some of that content, it's been a lot of fun. And I've got some not live stuff, but I got some videos I'm working on, of course, with the Japanese stuff. And I'll be able to push some of that out here over the next few weeks. Just a long time to have to try to edit and do some stuff. I don't have a crew to do that. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-2. It is a one-man show right now on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel, but a fun one nonetheless. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Utagawa here looking to put Tatsumi away. And here comes the offering as the right-hander checks the runner at second. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on, and it is lined foul into the seats down the left field line. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And our friend CV says fun there as well. And who knows where it's going to go? Like, as I said before, it's been one of those things. I am going to get a new iPhone. I'm waiting for the iPhone 15s to come out. I thought they were supposed to be out this week. I have a iPhone 8 Plus. Actually, I have 2 of them. And what I'm waiting for is for them to be buried here and put to rest. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. As it is on the way, it is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to short. Fielded by Kirbayashi. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Tatsumi on a ground out 6-3 for the third out of the inning. But the Eagles get one back. They had 1 run in the inning on the benefit of only 1 hit. There was no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your score is the Buffaloes 4 and the Eagles 4. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 8th inning when we return in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here. Here's our friend Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole. A little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back to everybody. We'll take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard as this game here is all locked up at 4s as we're moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. In the Balluna Dome in Saitama, the Lions have a 3-0 lead over the Chivalote Marines. That's in the top of the 9th inning. At Escon Field in the bottom of the 5th, the Fighters have a 2-0 lead over the Hawks. Over in the Central League, there is a late game tonight at the Cochin. It's going to be the Bay Stars and the Tigers. But the other games that are going on, it is the Carp now with a 2-0 lead over the Dragons. That's in the bottom of the 6th. And the Swallows have a 1-0 lead over the Giants. That's in the top of the 6th inning at the Tokyo Dome. Well, we are going to get our confirmation here as it looks like we do have a pitching change, as it is going to be number 43, Chi-Ha Sung. We talked about Sung coming into pitch. We talked about some of the better relievers for the Eagles. Well, he appeared in last night's game, as he is going to be the 4th pitcher used here tonight for the Golden Eagles. So Sung on in relief. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on. It is chopped up the middle, fielded on the backhand by Asamura. He throws to first, and it's not going to be there in time, as Kitaro Kirbiashi is going to get himself a single. So he is aboard with a leadoff hit here. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game. And that is going to bring up the first baseman, Marwin Gonzalez. Our friend Jerry says, let's go Buffaloes. And he is pumped the fist more than likely here. I don't expect Gonzalez to bunt. That's not kind of in his mantra or contract, even though his batting average dictates he should probably be doing it. Gonzalez tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a home run in 2 trips. He's also got a walk, an RBI. Scored the run, obviously, because he batted himself in. So he bats here with a runner at first and nobody out in the 8th inning. Sugimoto and Noguchi to follow. Sung throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the runner, Kirbiashi. So this is my whole point here, Jerry. You've used your pitcher on back-to-back nights, which is in the case of Sung here. I remember I had a conversation with Don Cooper, the pitching coach of the White Sox, a number of years ago in Perrysburg, Ohio. And he was talking about the use of the bullpen as, again, Sung throws to first and over reaching safely back, diving back is Kirbiashi. And what he talked about frequently is that he would never use pitchers 3 days in a row. If you pitched one day, he would bring you back the next day, but he would never use you 3 days in a row. You would have to get that rest. And so this would be the 2nd game in a row that we would see Chi-Ha Sung. So obviously it's one of those. Well, Gonzalez does bunt. He gets it down, and it's a good one. It is fielded by Sung. He throws to first, and that's going to go down as a sacrifice. And this one's going to go 1-3 on the putout. It's going to advance Kirbiashi over to second, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Yataro Sugimoto. So nice job there by Gonzalez to get it done. I had already written him off before he had come to bat. He was able to lay it down, and that is going to bring up the left fielder, Yataro Sugimoto. Well, for Sugimoto, he is 0 for 2 in this one, but he did have an RBI to drive in the 3rd run for the Buffaloes. Check that. I should say maybe the 4th run for the Buffaloes. So he comes to bat here. Ready to face the right-hander Sung for the first time tonight. And here comes the first pitch as the right-hander checks the runner at second. And now he delivers. It is a fastball swung on and grounded foul down the 3rd base line, and the count is 0-1. 0 for 2, as we said, Sugimoto. He has flied out all 3 times to center field, but the last time was a sacrifice fly that got himself an RBI. He now has, on the season, 32 runs driven in. The big fella here waiting on the offering from the right-hander Sung. Here comes the pitch as he checks the runner and now delivers. breaking ball that just misses outside. The count runs even to 1-1. Sugimoto will be followed by Tomoya Noguchi. That'll be the top of the order in Kai Nakagawa. So they got a couple of cracks. Try to bring Kobayashi home from second. This would be the time to do it, that's for sure. One would have to think the closer, if they're using Hirano, he would probably be up. We don't get the privy to the cameras of the bullpen. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be aligned into left field, and it's going to get past the shortstop and all the way to the wall. That's going to score Kobayashi from second, digging hard for two and sliding, rounding second and heading to third with a triple is Sugimoto. He's got himself a triple. That's going to cash in the run. He's at third base. It's now a 5-4 lead for the Buffaloes, and our friend Jerry, who's in the stream here tonight, has just pumped a fist on that RBI triple by Sugimoto. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Tomoya Noguchi. That ball there got by the shortstop, and it just took off on the carpet, went all the way to the wall. Well, the part of the reason for that was the Eagles, with the situation they were in, had to play the outfield in shallow, because a base hit to the outfield, they had to be able to throw the guy out at the plate, being the runner, in that case, Kobayashi. But because they were shallow, that ball, the way it was hit, got past the infielder and past all the outfielders all the way to the wall. That's just the way it goes. So Sugimoto is going to have a pinch runner out there. We're going to see who that is in just a moment. But here comes the offering from Sung. It is a fastball swung on and chop foul. Count is 0-1 here to Noguchi. Infield is in. And it looks like it is Oda who has come in to pinch run. That would be probably appropriate. That is his time of the ball game usually to enter into the fray. That's exactly who it is Oda, who is in the game, running at third for Sugimoto. So no balls and one strike as the right-hander is Sung ready to go again. Here's the pitch. He kicks and he delivers. It's a split-finger pitch, swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. And as I was saying, Jerry, this is where, when you're having to rely on this, I don't know if you trust Sung with the lead late in the game, I don't know if I bring him in a tie game situation here, because he's already pitched the night before. Now you pitched him tonight. He's probably going to get tagged with the loss in the event here they could come out and shut down the game on the top of the ninth. And then you burned him up for tomorrow night. So very interesting usage here by Ishii. Here comes the 0-2. That's a split finger pitch that misses down and in, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we said, we appreciate everybody who's jumped into the stream here tonight, late night, to listen to us here. Same 2 teams will go out tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Pacific or midnight on the East Coast, depending upon where you're at. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that just misses down and away, and the count goes to 2-2 on Noguchi. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Left-handed hitting Noguchi here, 1 for 2 in the evening tonight with a walk. He's been very productive in the 9-hole, and in fact, the bottom third of the batting order, very productive tonight for the Buffaloes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded over to the right side, and it is fielded by Asamura. His only play is going to be to first base. It's going to score the run, and that is going to bring an RBI. He had the move to his left. Oda comes in to score. That's a ground out 4-3 for Noguchi. Only play was to first base. That is going to extend the lead now to 6-4. We'll get a look at the replay on that one. Noguchi had hit the ground ball into the 4-hole. Asamura had fielded it. Then he juggled it, lost it. As he had thrown to first base, it looks like they did get the out. But normally the sure-handed Asamura fry pan that one. wasn't able to make the play. And that now is going to bring up the top of the order in Kai Nakagawa with 2 gone. And here's the first pitch from Sung. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. So not only do the Buffaloes have the lead, but they also got breathing room now. And this one here is they're going to look to try to put it away in the top half of the inning. 1 ball and no strikes. And here comes the pitch from the right-hander Sung. It is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And the count runs even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Our friend Jerry double fisting it now, as he is definitely happy that the Buffaloes are doing their damage. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Sung now kicks and delivers. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-1 on Nakagawa. As I said, I'm not sure exactly where they're at with their bullpen. Is Wagyu Spak on the game sheet tonight? I'm going to have to take a look, because he's another option who can close games. But I don't see Wagyu Spak on as an option. There's a pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul, moving over underneath it, but watching it sail into the seats is the catcher Oda. That's going to run the count to 2-2. So with the Buffaloes, I don't see Hirano. I don't see Wagyu Spak on here. So my guess, if they're going to go to the bullpen to try to close this one out, is maybe Yamazaki. And so Sachiro Yamazaki is in the bullpen, one would think. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Nakagawa keeps the hit parade rolling here with a single here in the 8th inning. That's the 3rd hit of the inning, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Masahiro Nishino. And I would have to think that Sachiro Yamazaki would probably close it out. He's got 7 saves on the year, and with nobody else on the game sheet, we can pretty much put that in the bank. Although if the Buffaloes score a couple of more runs, who knows what they'll bring in. But we've got the trainer coming out for Chihao Sung. I don't know if his night's going to be done or if they're going to go and examine and have a look at him, but we're going to have a break in the action here. Your score is the Buffaloes 6 and the Eagles 4. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. It does look like we are going to have ourselves a pitching change. So we'll be back with all that for you in just a couple of moments. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this, and we'll get you updated on all the happenings around the NPB. Stay tuned. Pitching change on the way. Appreciate you guys for listening in tonight. Be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a pitching change for the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, and they're going to the bullpen. It is going to be number 69 entering the game, and this is going to be Suryu Uchi, as he is coming on in relief. We saw him in his professional debut earlier this year. He's pitched really well this year, 45 appearances. He's got a 4-2 record. He has worked 44 innings. He has allowed 33 hits. He's walked 14 and struck out 31, and he's got an ERA of 2.62. So it is going to be the right-hander Suryu Uchi on in relief. So he is going to be the 5th pitcher used tonight by the Eagles, and I kind of have to say I wonder why he wasn't used before Chihao Sung. But that is a question for the manager Ishii, and it's going to bring up Masahiro Nishino to the plate. Well, Nishino's going to bat here. There is a runner at first with 2 gone. Nishino here is 1 for 3 tonight. He's doubled and scored a run. He's also flown out a couple of times and walked, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So Uchi on in relief here. And it's not going to get any easier for the Golden Eagles. As the right-hander works to the set position, and here comes the pitch. As he kicks and fires, it is a fastball that misses low, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. As we said, there are updates from around the NPB. This one here, as we said, 6-4. It's 3-2 for the Lions over the Marines. That's in the top of the 9th inning. That game has gotten a little bit tighter. The Fighters are up 5-0 on the Hawks. That's disappointing if you're a Fukuoka fan. More disappointing if the Golden Eagles can't pull out a victory. There's a fastball swung on it as pop foul over on the third base side. Could have room as it ends up coming back, and it is dropped by the third baseman, Abbey. He got twisted around over there, and that's going to give Nishino second life. It's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. The crowd over there, oh boy, the way it looked, I wonder if it hit something, it hit a wire. And if it came back, we couldn't see on the replay, but that looked like it had done something to change direction. Very, very interesting play. Again, I'm not sure of the ground rules at this particular park. You know, there's different parks in Major League Baseball that have different type of ground rules. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball. Take it for a ball. The throw goes down to second base as the runner Nakagawa is trying to steal, and he's going to be caught stealing 2-6. And that's going to retire him for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Buffaloes score a couple of runs. They had 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors and no runners left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is the Buffaloes 6 and the Eagles 4. Stick around, everybody. We anticipate yet another pitching change. We'll be back when we return after this. Hang tight. Thank you for being with us here tonight on the Last Drops Baseball YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. And are we guessed it correctly? It is going to be Sachiro Yamazaki coming in to try to close this one out as he is coming on in relief. So Sachiro Yamazaki on in relief here for the Buffaloes in the 9th inning. So for Yamazaki, as he comes on in relief here, as he takes over to trying to slam the door on the Eagles. On the season, he's making his 50th appearance. We said he's got 1 win, no losses. He has 7 saves. Looks like there's some defensive changes as well, as we can try to get caught up with that. Oda in left, Watanabe in right. Looks like Noguchi has moved over to shortstop. Not sure what other changes there have been made. So that being said, we have the defense here aligned. 48 2/3 innings for Yamazaki, 34 hits allowed. He has struck out 56, walked only 17. He's got an ERA of 1.11. He's got a lot of legs and arms flying forward. And the first pitch delivered to Hikaru Oda is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count is 0-1. Check that. It is it is Daichi Suzuki on to pinch hit. Suzuki batting .253 on the year with 4 homers and 22 RBIs. So Daichi Suzuki on as a pinch hitter, and the pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. Got to keep our head up here because we may be getting ourselves some more pinch hitters along the way. 6-4 for the Buffaloes. They have the lead here in the top of the 9th inning. And the pitch is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. Camping out underneath it and making the catch is Nakagawa. And one up and one away here in the 9th inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Tsuki Moribayashi. For our friend Jerry, who was with us tonight, who was asking us who we thought were going to win earlier, we still hold it true, but I have to tell you, it's not been the script that we thought how it was going to go tonight. Certainly that has been the case. We did anticipate that the needle would point toward the Buffaloes, just as tomorrow my needle points toward the Eagles. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball. Take it for a called strike on the outside corner, and the count is 0-1 to Moribayashi. Moribayashi has singled in 2 trips. He's also been hit by a pitch. It's got his average to 255. He takes a fastball for a called strike, and he sure doesn't like that as he does a 180 and walks out of the batter's box. So no balls and 2 strikes. So here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul down the right field line. It's going to reach the seats, and the count is going to remain at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Once this one's over, we'll give you a full recap on all the action. On top of that, what we'll also do is we'll give you that out-of-town scoreboard. Then we'll wrap it up for the night. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is chopped foul down the third base line. The count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Only one final right now. That is the other game in the Pacific League that went off early tonight. Lions and Marines. We'll get that wrapped up for you a little bit later. So no balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander works to the set position. And now Yamazaki delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded to the right side, and it's through past the diving second baseman. Oh, so they've got life as the second baseman, it's not Nishino anymore, but was able to have eyes and get through. That is going to be a base hit here for Moribayashi. That brings up the top of the order. As it was last time, it was Yukiya Ito who had come to bat. We'll see exactly what they've got their sleeves up to here. So Moribayashi, the runner at first. And it's going to bring Ito to the plate, who came into the ball game. He is playing first base. That's what allowed Abbey to move over to third. So 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out looking his first time up, and he takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. That's nothing worse that you want is you got a 2-run lead, and you allow that runner to reach base. As the right-hander works to the set position, and now he delivers. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. And Ito's talking to himself now. He got punched out on strikes the last time up, and now he's in the hole at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Yamazaki gets his sign from Mori. He's ready to deliver again. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And the pitch is on the way. It is a split-finger pitch, swung on and missed. And Ito goes in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to the right fielder, Yuya Ogo. That's assuming Ogo is going to get a chance to come to bat. So Ogo comes to the plate. He is officially 1 for 4 tonight. He has singled and scored a run. He's struck out. He's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he has flown to center field. The first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. We may be They're down to their final out here are the Eagles. Pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And now the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-4, Buffaloes have the lead. 2 runs in the last half of the 8 have given them that cushion. Yamazaki in agreement with his catcher Mori. He's ready to go back to work. Here comes the 1-1. Pitch on the way. It's a fastball. Take it for a called strike. And the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Great night for baseball in the NPB. The Buffaloes can hold this off. The combination of their win and the Marines' loss will make the magic number to 5 in the Pacific League for them to be able to clinch the title. Here comes the 1-2 pitch as the right-hander kicks and fires. It is a split-finger pitch swung on. It is golfed into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Oh, it's going to be interesting here. It's now going to be Kaz Tanaka coming to the plate. So that's a single here as he is supposed to, but we'll check to see if they're going to run a pinch hitter out. Murray Biashi is going to stop at second. Now they got runners at first and second to the Golden Eagles. They're not going away yet. Let's see if they're going to make a move to the bench here. Last night it was Mikhail Franco who would come off the bench to try to do some damage. We're going to see what they have up their sleeve here. But a base hit by Ogo. Has got some interesting stuff. This will be, as we said, the slot in the batting order that was once occupied. And there it is. It is Mikhail Franco. He's coming in to pinch here tonight. He's going to get that opportunity to try to do some damage. So he has got the ability with one swing of the bat to put it into the seats. He's got 12 homers and 32 RBIs on the year. Problem is he's only hitting 224. He doesn't hit enough of them. First pitch, fastball, swung on and missed. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Mikhail Franco. So our friend Jerry biting his nails. You can see it now. Golden Eagles looking to pick up pace here on the Hawks. Hawks taking it on the chin right now in Hokkaido. And so the Eagles looking to gain some ground. They're down 2 here. There's no balls and 1 strike to Franco. 2 out in the top of the 9th. Then the pitch is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. And the count now is 0-2. So now they're down to their final striker, the Golden Eagles. If you can't bear to watch, you got to look away. So Franco now in the hole at 0-2. So Sachiro Yamazaki ready to go here. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded up the middle to the shortstop. Fielded by Nishiro. He throws to first, and that is going to do it. It's going to be a ground out 6-3 to end the ball game, and that will do it here for the Eagles in their half of the inning. They threaten, but they don't score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. Your final score is the Orix Buffaloes 6 and the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles 4. Appreciate everybody for jumping in here tonight. Give us a moment. We'll be right back. We will wrap this one up for you.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May, but you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game. And if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Well, we'll wrap this one up here for you and give you the recap and the rundown. The Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning on a 2-out, 2-run homer by Hideto Asamura, as they had themselves the 2-0 lead. In the bottom of the third inning, the Buffaloes battled back with two of their own with 2 out. It was a walk to Kai Nakagawa, a double by Masahiro Nishino, and then Tomoya Mori singled home a pair of runs to tie the ball game at 2. In the top of the fourth inning, the Eagles got a run back, a leadoff double by Asamura, and a single by Takara Okajima, and then a RBI single by Toshiki Abe had knocked in Asamura, and that gave the Eagles a 3-2 lead, but yet the Buffaloes battled back once again in the bottom of the fourth. Up stepped Marwin Gonzalez with 2 out, and he deposited a pitch into the right field seats. That made the scoreline 3-3. So we skipped along into the sixth inning. And in the sixth inning, the Buffaloes grabbed the lead. It was with 1 out. Yumamune walked, then a Kataro Kobayashi single. A walk to Marwin Gonzalez loaded the bases, and Yataro Sugimoto stepped up and hit a deep sacrifice fly to center field. That brought home Mune with and the lead of 4-3. Well, in the eighth inning, the Eagles got that back in the top part. With 1 out, it was a walk to Hiroki Shimouchi. Kaz Tanaka came in to run for him, and then Hideto Asamura was hit by a pitch. Up stepped Takira Okajima, and he drilled a single that brought home the pinch runner Tanaka, and that evened the score at 4. Well, we went to the bottom of the eighth, and that's where the Buffaloes did their final damage. It was a single by Kobayashi. He was sacrificed to second by Gonzalez. Up stepped Sugimoto, and he tripled into the left center field gap. That brought home the runner Kobayashi. After Noguchi got up to the plate and grounded out to second, Yataro Sugimoto scampered home, or the runner for him, Oda, scampered home with the 6th run of the ball game. And that is how this game wrapped up. 6 runs in the ball game for the Buffaloes, 9 hits, no errors, 4-10-1 for the Eagles. Again, your final score, 6-4 for the Buffaloes. We will be back on the airwaves tomorrow. We'll give you that quick look around the NPB. Before we wrap this one up here tonight, there is another final here in the Pacific League. We'll get to that in a moment. In the Central League, it is 2-1 in the top of the 7th for the Giants over the Swallows. Top of the 8th inning, the Carp have a 2-0 lead over the Dragons. The game at the Cochin goes off in an hour and 45 minutes between the Bay Stars and the Tigers. In the Pacific League, it is a 5-0 ball game in the top of the 6th. That's the other game that's underway right now between the Fighters and the Hawks. And the other game that is officially finished besides this one, it was Samita getting the win. He goes to 9-8. Roki Sasaki takes the loss. He's 7-4 for the Marines. Brooks Kriske gets his 5th save for the Lions. It was Oka hitting his 6th home run for Chiba. 3-7-0 for the Lions. 2-4-0 for the Marines. They scored 2 in the top of the 9th and couldn't quite come back. As we said, Orix tonight, 6-4 winners. Yuki Utagawa gets the win in relief. He goes to 4-0. Chihao Sung takes the loss. He's 2-1. Sachiro Yamazaki gets his ace save. Home runs, it was Hideto Asamura hitting his 24th. He goes back into the lead, tied for the league with Gregory Polanco. And Marwin Gonzalez hit his 10th for the Buffaloes. All right, everybody, we appreciate you guys for listening in and being here with us through thick and thin. Tomorrow, we will be back with all the action yet again. Hopefully, you guys can jump in here with us for all the action. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Each smile comes back again. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather. Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow.